I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully. But disrespectfully is disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little girl, them. And I'ma tell them where I'm at. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. The other state. And of course, as always, I'm upset. Good evening, good people. It is I, the Maze Madman. I am here with my guy,
the Maniac,
and of course, my other guy,
Natty.
And we are here to preview this national championship between that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus and the Leprechauns to the west, man. Listen, gentlemen, I've been saying this for a while now. This is the worst possible outcome for me personally. Obviously, the other state is number one on the hate list for me. And then right under them, well, actually not right under them. I'm talking it's them and then is Notre Dame. I have no love for either of those programs. So this is not great. Yo, look at this. Hold up. Before we go any further. Where have you been, sir? My guy goes, man can't get traction without inserting Ohio State in the title. Shout out to Maniac, though. Go Bucks. Look at that. You throwing some shade at me, my man? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, Goes. That's crazy.
I mean, he's coming on your show to throw shade.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
In fact, we need Ghost to call up.
Anytime. Call up. We're gonna be dropping the link in the chat here in a shortly. So we'll get to that. Nah, for sure. I was just messing with you, my guy. You my man in them. But yeah, so anyway, we're previewing the Natty. I told y'all it's the other state for me down here. Second, but way down is Notre Dame. This is a nightmare situation for you, man. How y'all feel?
Yeah, kinetic.
I mean, I'm kind of indifferent to it because this is the first time we've had a Natty with 0-2, 0-1, or I'm sorry, a 2-loss team, a 1-loss team. It's not, I don't know, it doesn't have the same feel to me. I'm kind of indifferent to it a little bit. Like, even if OSU wins, they still lost to our worst team with their best team in their national championship year. So it's kind of like whatever. And Notre Dame, I just don't really care about them since they chickened out of the rivalry 4 years ago. I haven't really thought about them. They lost to Northern Illinois Huskies. So how, are they really champions? I don't know. Out of both of them, I don't really care for either team, but I will say, despite where he played and where he coaches, I actually do like Marcus Freeman. So I kind of want him to have success. Outside of that, I really don't care.
Yeah. No, I mean, same kind of similar to Kinetic. I know Madman, his dislike for Notre Dame, is very strong. I really don't got no smoke with Notre Dame. In fact, I grew up with a lot of Notre Dame fans as well. A lot of my boys are Notre Dame fans. So, but Michigan always got the best of them anyway. So, there's not really much they could have said, to me during them times and even now. But look, man, unfortunately, Ohio State is in the Natty, right? That was the one team I didn't want to see there at all, but they made it. And, it wasn't the easiest road neither. In fact, of all the teams, they did so far have the toughest road. I mean, I hate them, but truth is truth. Like I said, I'm a realist. So, they had to play Tennessee, then they had to play Oregon in the West Coast, then they had to go into Texas to play Texas. Now it being Atlanta against Notre Dame, this would be more of a neutral site for them. Chicago is Atlanta. I said Chicago. Atlanta's in the South, so we'll see how this go, man. But I'm really looking forward to breaking this game down.
No doubt. Before we go any further, shout out to Blue Wolverine who just gifted 5
Mm.
memberships. Be sure to thank them in the chat if you guys are one of those 5. Drop one of those emojis that you now have access to. Shout out to Blue Wolverine. Yeah, man. So for I saw my guy Burks who's in here brought up the fact
Burks.
that it's Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan State for him. By the way, Ohio State, Michigan State, definitely the top 2 rivals for the university. It's just for me personally, Notre Dame. I have a little more dislike for Notre Dame than Michigan State, pretty mostly because I can't take Michigan State serious on a consistent basis. But shout out to them. Shout out to Garrison who just joined the chat. Good evening, sir.
Yes.
So you know what? We're gonna drop the link in the chat here soon. If you want to come up,
Hey,
uh, go ahead.
if we're gonna bring Garrison on, I need you to text Ryan and get him on. I want
Well,
to hear them
Ryan's
debate
supposed to be
this.
joining us here
Okay.
anyway.
I need them to debate this.
They did
They actually
already.
they did debate this on Garrison and Bryce's show.
But they could do it again. And again,
Absolutely.
and this is why I want Garrison up, because it will always be smoke with him. Because again, no team. I've never met a fan that no teams really beat them. I've never heard Garrison just say, you know what, they were better. No. Well, I mean, if you look at it, right? And then he'll bring up something to throw you off, right? When you cooking him, he'll be like, all right, hold on. So you're gonna tell me this Michigan team was better than that? Bro, we're not talking about that. Stay on topic. So get his ass up here, because I'm gonna put him in the kitchen too.
No doubt, man. We dropped the link in there. That's for anybody but Garrison. If you out there, come on up. Goes, if you out there, come on up.
Yeah, everybody.
Anybody is welcome.
Please, yeah, we definitely want everybody, to get up in here and cook, man. This show specifically for everybody. Call up, give your thoughts on the Natty and whatever else is on your mind regarding college football, man. But
hey, I just want to remind everyone though, talk your but keep it respectful between the people. Talk trash about the teams, keep it respectful one-on-one. Come on now, guys.
No doubt, absolutely.
Ghost is always gonna be loved, champ. We not like that here. You know that. We
absolutely
don't do personal attacks. That shit is that's for the birds.
Hey yo, Kinetic. Do you see the people popping up?
Yeah. You need me to bring them on?
Yeah, because my computer is going through something. I think they just left. They just went down, but yeah, next time.
You want me to bring them up as they come on, or you want me to wait for
Shout
you
out
to
to
tell me?
GT, who was one of those people who got a membership.
Shout out to you, GT.
Shout out to Blue Wolverine once again.
Marmar,
who is a new member. Shout out to Marmar. Became a member, sir. How you feeling?
I appreciate it, man. I gotta support the cause.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up,
so how you feeling about tomorrow, Marmar? I mean, not tomorrow, Monday. How you feel about that?
It's the Catholic versus the convicts. No, I'm playing. Oh my goodness!
Shout out to Ghost. You said he gonna be in Atlanta. Shout out to that, man.
Enjoy yourself, Ghost.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely. I would say good luck, but that would mean
that
y'all would win, and I don't necessarily want that.
Good luck. No good luck. Just enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Moose.
Yeah,
man.
He said shout out to everyone. I thought he said shout out to Moose. I was gonna say that's hilarious.
Hey, I just want to know how we went from 2 first-round draft pick quarterbacks in the Natty to 2 undrafted free agents in the Natty. Has there ever been a downgrade from one year to the next in the Natty? 2 undefeated teams, 2 first-round quarterbacks. Now we got a 1-loss team, a 2-loss team, and 2 undrafted free agents.
Stuff, Kinetic.
Come on now.
You're right, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because I told somebody, I said, listen, regardless of what happens Monday, Will Howard will be an assistant manager for Burger King.
It's a fact.
Listen, he ain't gonna be no NFL quarterback, but if he gets them, the
Natty, an assistant manager for Burger King.
Yeah, assistant manager, not even the
Right.
manager.
Be sure to like the video if you haven't already. Share this with your friends
Right.
and family on social media. All of that.
Big
What real?
facts.
Not. Don't do that, man. Don't. No personal attacks, goes. No personal attacks, bro. We ain't attack. He ain't attack Will Howard. I mean, I guess outside of saying gonna work at the Burger King.
No. Come on, Ghost. Let's keep it real, Ghost. We're in your boy doing his thing. But
Hey, we can have a
NFL wise,
celebrity.
he listen, bro. It's either
We
Chipotle
can,
or Burger King manager.
We keeping
hey,
it. Come on,
hey,
man.
we can
Keep
have
it
a
about the football.
celebrity death match to I was playing.
But seriously though, what you think about the matchup Monday? Mar, who you got winning? Why?
Man, I don't care about it. You know what I mean? They both are rivalry, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if they beat each other up, you know what I'm saying, in the tunnel, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is what it is. I heard you say you don't like it. We ain't supposed to like it. It is what it is. I'm not gonna comment on what I told you earlier because
Yeah,
I just, we got daughters, and I just feel like, it's a moral thing as being a human being, and you know, I hope they get what they get. You know what I'm saying? Karma is a motherfucker.
absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to Blue Wolverine again. So here's the thing. I hate. Does this show up just as a box for y'all?
Nah, it's what you talking about? The when you bring up the comments?
Right. Yeah.
No,
Nah,
we see him.
it
Blue
shows the
Wolverines.
comments.
Blue Wolverines shows is just a box.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
put an emoji though.
Yeah, and see that's what happens in the StreamYard. If we were on YouTube, we'd see what that was. But in the
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
StreamYard, it
but
just shows up.
on here, yeah, in the stream yard, it only comes up as a
Right.
word. Thank you, babe.
Burp said he got
As
24-21 Notre Dame. Uh
it
my
could
guy
be a
Ryan,
slugfest.
who is a Notre Dame fan from week 0, he also said 24-21, and Garrison let him have it because he was incredulous to how Notre Dame could score 24 points. What's y'all's thought on that?
I mean, he about to see how they're gonna score 24 points.
There we
This
go.
is my thing. This is my thing. As long as they come to 11, they got it. As long as they can keep 11 players on the field and not 10,
Yo,
um, because this is the same team that played 2 years ago
right.
and almost pulled it off if they counted 11. They would have stopped McCord.
How they do it
And
though. So Garrison, this is why I need you to come up, because I do want to talk to you about you. I was in the space you were in, and then I saw your show, and you said pretty much the same thing. How you can't necessarily rely on turnovers in a game like this or whatever. But if a team like Notre Dame has a history this season, right, of turning the ball over, it's not like Will Howard is without fault and doesn't make mistakes, especially if sped up and uncomfortable. He has turned the ball over. So why then can't turnovers be a major part of the game? By the way, you hear people all the time, right? Coaches, I'm talking about football coaches of the team, right? Say we need to win the turnover margin. It's definitely a real thing. So that's you can't not, you know, say something about turnovers.
What is it regarding how they do it though? I'm sorry, I had to step out real
uh,
quick.
He's
okay,
saying how they gonna score 24 points. How does Notre Dame get
because they
24
gonna
points?
do the same thing how they shut down Georgia. Same competition, same type of athlete. I know Howard a little better than the backup quarterback that Georgia had, but if you can fluster Howard into making mistakes, and then Notre Dame can capitalize on these things, yeah, they can make it difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where does Notre Dame get the offense from?
Everybody, You ain't got to go downfield all the time.
Right.
You just methodically move the ball down the field with short passes, couple throw runs in there.
Yeah.
Same same philosophy that Michigan did to Washington last year.
GT
Same
said
thing.
touchdowns and 5 safeties.
I take it.
Shout out to that.
I take it, man. I mean, look,
Back GT, what up though?
Where bro from? The Bronx? That's a fact. He actually is from the Bronx.
those are
Yeah,
the
leave them
facts.
Bronx boys
Yeah,
alone.
baby. All day.
Michigan fans praying Notre Dame finds some offense. I mean, I don't think anybody's
Michigan,
done that.
No,
Clearly,
look.
this guy wants
Look,
to
yeah,
be
I
a
can go to my
billionaire.
higher power and be like, yo, can the Notre Dame find some offense? I ain't do all that.
Right.
Goofy.
GT sending you some love, Marmar. Marmar is
What
a
up, though?
superstar, by the way, in these Michigan channels.
Now listen, you know what's Marmar's
Superstar
new
Mar.
nickname? He's the mayor.
Man, hey, listen, we
Marmar
all
the mayor.
greatness, man. Hey, listen, we all greatness. We all
Look,
good. We
listen,
all
man,
love.
baby.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, here we
Go
give
blue.
flowers. We give flowers, baby. You the mayor, Marmar, right? You the mayor.
I'm with this right here.
Who cares?
Too
Yeah.
bad they both can't lose. If that was
Facts.
a possibility, I would accept that. I would love that. The other
Look,
state
man,
and those
they
other guys lose.
let's look at let's just go. Let's kind of recap the semifinal games, right?
Yeah.
To lead us into this championship game. Let's start with the Notre Dame Penn State because that game was played first. Now, we saw that Notre Dame's offense, bro, they were in quicksand. They were in mud the first half. They got that field goal just to end the half, some momentum. Freeman made it clear we got to run the ball. We got to run the ball. Second half, they made sure they ran the ball. They said, we're going to run this ball. First drive of the game. First drive of the second
Lord.
half, touchdown, tie game. Yeah, bring them all up. And then,
Hey, yo, hold on.
What up, Steve?
We got
Playboy?
Steve in here.
What's going on, man?
What's good, Steve?
What
How you
up,
feeling?
though, big dog? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Steve a legend. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Steve
Not just
definitely a
on this.
legend.
No, he a legend
Yeah,
in
buddy.
life, too. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's my guy.
Shout out to
Well, I
Steve,
would
man.
appreciate that. Yeah, and I was just thinking this today. Y'all know how when old state fans used to joke about Michigan winning a lot of their championships before the civil rights era and all that stuff, and
yes, sir.
how
Mm-hmm.
they used to win championships when they were like number 8 and number 9, and that's back when 3 would play 7. How ironic is it that the number 7 and the number 8 teams are playing for the national championship? And none of those jokes mean anything right now because it's Old State and Notre Dame fans. But when it was Michigan, it was all funny. It was all like, you know what I'm saying? So I want to hear Old State fans try to, reconcile how the number 17 is going to play the number 18 to be number 1. Like, how does that work?
Hold on, Steve. That's a great point, by the way. And we do have an Ohio State fan here for you to explain it. Garrison, explain it.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you perfectly fine.
All right, so uh, a simple answer to that would be this season it was closer. It was a closer batch of teams that were in the same field. I don't believe we had any true, really elite teams this year. We had really good to great teams.
That's true.
And then at the end of the day, the way the bracket was set up, no matter what, the higher rated team won every single game, and the team with the higher rated defense won every single game. And an FPI on ESPN actually predicted every single game except for one, and that was the Texas-Ohio State game. So in all reality, based on the bracket, the two best teams are right where they're supposed to be.
Well, let me add in here just to back up on Garrison's point.
Go ahead. This is Carrington, by the way.
Yeah, another Ohio State fan. I think that actually the issue, which, hey, Steve, actually, I know we haven't, we've been on together, I think, last week, but I love your insight, by the way. But I will say this, I'm not one of those that looks back. Look, my grandpa was barely alive back when, that time period, so I don't look that far back on who was ranked when and who won what. But I will say, I think the 7-8 matchup this year actually is more about what's wrong with the seeding in the 12-team format because these two teams shouldn't be ranked 7 and 8. I think if you did it the right way, they still probably be 5 and 6 or somewhere around that.
Mhm.
But and they probably wouldn't be playing each other because of the way the games would work out. But I think it's actually a more indictment on the way the seeding was this year. Given the Boise State and Arizona State a bye, it kind of messed everything up as far as the way seeding should look.
Got you. Steve, what you feel about that? Is that good?
No, but I mean, it's the best they got. So I mean, it's cute. It's a cute line. So man, I mean, it's trash. They know basically. So any other year, this is basically in the BCS year. This is the Fiesta Bowl with Boise State and the overall rest of this is. But we're in the playoff era. They all props to them. They were seeded where they were seeded. I don't like the fact that Boise and Arizona State, which are frauds, got a bye, but we saw that. But hey, at the end of the day, it's O State versus the Irish. I'm not going to say who I think is going to win. I can't tell us on anything, but what I will say is this: whoever wins, enjoy it now. Because, what's going to happen next year, I'm just letting you know, you might as well get ready. And I ain't me being cocky, that's Michigan's got a lot coming back. So, and I want O State fans to use the same argument they had in Michigan last year. You're losing all this talent. I know y'all are saying, well, we got the best offensive and defensive player coming back. You're losing 16 starters, so it don't matter. Next year, keep it thorough. Keep it a bean, because you ain't going to play 16 starters in 1 year. So you might get out the system now. Whatever happens, get out the system, because 2 or 3 losses next year. You can say what you want to say, but one of those losses is coming in and off. You might as well just get ready. You can't beat them.
It's a fact. Real quick, before anybody else goes, big shout out to Towns Health Services. Thank you for the $100 super chat. We really appreciate it. Also, really fast, GT, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, is the fact Notre Dame is playing Ohio State in the Natty a sign that God has abandoned our plan? Yo, keep your faith, man. Keep your faith. We got Dom, the Dom father, has joined the chat. Also, a longtime friend of the channel, my guy Goj, who has been away for a while. But Goj, how you feeling, man?
Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Listening to y'all cope and you're mad, but we in the game. Yeah, y'all talking about 7, 8, 9. Become Monday #1 going up. So y'all can keep 7, 8, 9 and watch out for next year and talk that talk and keep it a bean and a buck. Yeah, this our time. Y'all watch us Monday night. Ain't nobody trying to hear y'all cope. Yeah, they gonna lose this and that. Man, we'll worry about that when we get there. Right now, we focus on #1. So all you up here coping and hoping we lose, it ain't gonna happen, buddy. 38-21, and 21 is being nice. So y'all go there and keep coping and hugging each other and telling each other stories by the fire about how y'all used to be good. But it's our time, baby. Y'all laughed at us, and you're talking about Will ain't getting drafted. Oh, he getting drafted. He might not be #1, 2, 3. He gonna
Did he join the Army?
But
Yeah, there
he
we
gonna
go.
make it happen.
Yeah. He gonna get drafted to the Toronto Argonauts and the
I don't want he gonna get drafted.
And don't play a lick.
I don't care. Hey, pay me to hold the clipboard. If I ain't got to get up every morning and shovel shit, I hold that clipboard. Pay me.
You know what?
He talking about he ain't gonna get no playing time, but pay me to hold the clipboard. That's good money.
Hey, so
He ain't even gonna make the roster.
I'm just
He's
gonna
not
point
even
out.
gonna make the roster though.
Can you really be?
But then you and him have something in common.
Can you really consider
I'm not a
yourself the
football
new
player,
champion if you can't
Exactly.
beat
Be
the
quiet.
current champion?
I ain't gotta be quiet. Hey man, chill out, bro.
Let's be
Chill out. Yeah, chill out, man. Like we talking football.
I'm talking football, but you
Nah,
gonna
but
pop
you-
on
yo,
me and
yo,
you
yo.
want me to be quiet?
But you
Y'all
talking
cool.
about talking about. Hold on,
One more.
Man, miss
One
me with
more.
all that,
Put that mute,
Okay.
man. It
Mark,
wasn't,
chill,
man.
chill.
Guys, listen, man. If we gonna throw personal attacks, bro, then we can't do this, man. I get it.
I didn't throw a personal
No,
attack. All I said
neither
is
did I.
All I said, he's not going to
I know what you're talking about. I
make the
said
roster, and he gonna talk
And all
about
I
did
said was you
you?
and him got something in common. You ain't making no roster.
But I work hard, so why am I gonna be
We
out?
all
I
work
don't play
hard.
football. I play football. I don't play football. What
Okay,
you
Guys,
so
talking
so
We
let's
all
about?
work
just
hard. Move
let's
on.
just move
Next.
on
hey,
from this, man. We ain't
it's
getting
very
nowhere.
simple. Keep the trash talk to the football teams and the football players. Do not take any personal shots at
I
anybody
didn't
in
say
here,
Hold on.
anything
on the
wrong.
panel,
I
or in the
agree
chat.
with
Period.
what
But
he
hold on
Hey,
though. I
There we
got
go.
you
keep
though.
saying
But I
Man,
whatever
didn't
you
say
want
is
to
nothing
say.
this
wrong
your
though.
show,
Let it
or
go.
is this the other cat show? Who show
It's
it?
all
Who
good.
am I
It's
on?
all good. We moving
Hey,
forward.
hey, Maze.
We moving forward.
So like
It's all good.
Maze, I was in here.
Was good.
No, I was gonna say like you guys are talking about you're mentioning about what I thought about Notre Dame scoring on us.
Yeah.
No, I just want to talk about that real quick. There's only been one team that scored over 20 points on Ohio State this season, or actually technically over 17 points this season. And so and that's Oregon. And so
Okay.
my question for people is just where we're talking about the turnovers, like you brought that up, and what I talked about was just how
Right.
on a play to play basis, based on the percentages, turnovers it's a luck factor. The play isn't luck, like someone intercepts the ball, it's a good play by them, but in terms of how often it happens. So just in general, like
Yeah.
when people say they think that Notre Dame is going to win, score 24 points, my question is, what does that look like, and like based on what do you believe they can do that?
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question really quick.
Mhm.
Do you think you would say that Notre Dame's offense is better, more competent than Michigan's offense this season, right?
Yes.
Right. And Michigan was able to turn Ohio State over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. If and by the way, all of this is forecasting, right? And it's going to be a lot of if this then that, even for you guys, right? So if they come out and play man coverage, then Jeremiah Smith and others probably gonna have a huge night, right? But if Notre Dame is able to turn over Ohio State, then I think it's logical that they'd be able to score some points off of some turnovers. I'm not saying that if they turn them over 3 times, they score 3 times. If they turn them over twice, maybe they don't score twice. But I think they'd be able to score some off of those turnovers. They run the ball effectively, right? I think they'll be able to drive the ball on your defense. I understand that your defense has been spectacular this season by the numbers, but I also understand especially in the regular season, y'all ain't played nobody. And when you did play somebody in the regular season,
remember they played Indiana. Don't disrespect. They
right?
played Indiana.
When you played somebody in the regular season, you lost that game to Oregon. You lost, and by the way, if you want to count us as nobody, be my guest. But you lost to Michigan. You were in a tight game, even though you controlled that game against Penn State. And then Nebraska put y'all in the locker almost, right?
Let's work this backwards real quick. You said we didn't play anybody, but in reality, we still played a way more. We played a much harder schedule than Notre Dame did.
Okay.
And Notre Dame still had tough games. Had games where they gave up 500 yards to USC, 35 points.
Yep.
Mind you, that's the only other top 10 passing offense they played this season.
Were they in control of that game?
Yeah, but see, Garrison, no. He can't get away with that. Garrison, you know why? No, because you can't say that. So who has a better defense, Notre Dame or Michigan?
It depends. Like
no, it ain't depends. You the numbers guy, statistics. We're going based on what you do, Garrison. Numbers.
I can answer your question. Like, check this out. I think that again,
bro, it's a yes or no question, bro. Now we're not doing this.
I'm trying to actually.
I'm not letting yes or no. Does Notre Dame have a better defense than Michigan statistically?
No, I don't know. I don't think it's a better defense, bro.
No, I'm not asking you that.
No, bro. Okay, well,
Statistically,
let me wait. Let me answer the questions. Like, I'm trying to do as a compliment in all reality.
no, but no, it's a yes or no. That's all I need from you,
No, it's not
Garrison.
because,
You're trying to
dude,
go around. I
the
know
world's not. This isn't a yes or no question because
it
I
is.
believe
I said
believe
who has a better defense statistically? It's Notre Dame.
statistically you
Ohio
guys do.
State is
Do I?
one. Listen, Ohio State is one scoring defense. Notre Dame is two.
Do you
right?
know where? Do you all right, hold up, do you know where Notre Dame's rush defense is ranked?
Listen, I'm talking about statistics. No, because if we're gonna do that,
They
I'm
give
gonna
up
fry you
130
again.
rushing yards a game.
They get
What
listen.
Dude,
Whose
I'm trying to have a
defense
real
been more
conversation.
consistent, Notre Dame or Michigan's? Thank you, Notre
No,
Dame.
I'm sorry.
No.
I was talking
And
to
we
my
held
nephew.
you to
Bro,
10 points in your
I was talking
house.
to my nephew.
No.
I was talking to my nephew. Would you ask me?
Okay. I'm just telling you because we not gonna do this, Garrison. I know your style. You don't like to answer questions. You dance around, bro. You gotta be a phenomenal dancer, bro, because you love to dance around questions.
Dude, I wasn't trying to dance around. I was trying to have an actual conversation about.
It is a conversation. It's just you. Listen, I watch your show with Bryce. You don't let him talk. You always talk over him. You let him know you used to being in control. No, I'm asking you. We're gonna have a conversation, but I'm not the one. That's the difference.
Hit the like button.
I'm not gonna just let you sit back there and do whatever. No, I asked you statistics. You said Notre Dame gave up 500 passing yards to whichever team they played.
500 total yards.
Okay, statistically, still, who has the better defense, Michigan or Notre Dame? It's Notre Dame. Because if you don't want to answer, so if Michigan held your offense to 10 points in the shoe,
yep.
But you know what I'm saying? Why they can't do it? I'm not saying that they are, because that's based on what you say. So if they gave up 500 yards to USC, imagine what y'all gonna do.
Okay,
that's the truth. Insinuating.
Okay, listen. All right, the reason a lot of people try to, Maze has heard me say this before. A lot, and I think Connecticut has too. A lot of people try to point to that Michigan game and say, how can we do that? They did it with Tennessee, they did it with Oregon, they did it with Texas. And I tell people, well, Ryan Day doesn't have a mental block for your team. Secondly, you guys don't run the defense that Michigan does. Even the USC's defensive coordinator comes from that Raven Street, and he doesn't run it the way they do because Michigan's been doing it for a very long time. Even though before the season, Makari Pace said it's different, it's still based off of that. It's a very intricate defense that is special to Michigan and what they do. They run a zone defense. Notre Dame does not run a zone defense. Also, Notre Dame doesn't have the defensive line or even near the defensive line that Michigan does. So when Michigan's able to stop the run and play coverage with just 4, Notre Dame can't do that. Notre Dame gives up 130 rushing yards all season. Against the gap scheme, they are ranked 42nd. They give up 5.5 a carry. They give up 3.5 after contact, aka they can't tackle. It's like that's
you lost to Michigan.
Wait,
Still, you're giving me numbers. Why was Michigan ranked rushing then? Tell me,
dude. I just told you.
No, because listen, Garrison. No.
I just told you we
because
lost.
Again, you're trying to make a point, and I'm telling you, you can't do those. You sometimes you gotta throw the numbers out, bro. Monday ain't coming down to numbers, bro. It's who wanted more. That's what it's gonna come down to.
Okay, so I just said.
It's simple.
I just said that you guys.
No. You just going numbers, and you only bring up numbers.
That's not numbers. If I talk about your defense and how special and
you just
intricate.
Said how many yards they give up. You just said that.
Okay. I said listen. You're doing selective hearing right now. I also said what Michigan does on defense, I don't believe anyone else in the nation can do. I believe what Michigan does is special to themselves. It's very intricate. It's complicated. And I don't believe anyone else in the nation can do that. In terms of Notre Dame,
Texas did it though. They still did it. Texas did it, but they did not get they just didn't have the same pass rush as Michigan.
No,
but Texas did do what Michigan did and did it at a very good job.
Yeah, Texas did very well. It's just that I again, people try to point to the Michigan game. I'm trying to tell you the Michigan game, the game is itself. I don't. For me personally, as a football fan and as an Ohio State fan, I separate that game from everything else that happens during the season.
So explain the Nebraska game. Explain the Nebraska game.
I thought that was a bad showing. Like offensively, that was just a bad
Here we
showing.
go. It was a
You
bad
have referees. No,
It's a bad.
that was the referee.
Wait.
That was the
Wait. Is there
referees. Point blank.
wait? Is there anything
an
wrong with saying
excuse. It was a bad showing.
Wait, how is that an excuse? What's wrong with me saying my team didn't play good?
No, because it's no you.
They didn't look
Harrison,
good.
football is just like boxing.
Wait, Kinetic, is that an
Styles
excuse?
make
I'm sorry.
fights.
Is me saying my team didn't play good an excuse?
Yes.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Say it
Michigan
again.
didn't play good the whole season. That's why we lost 5 games. We weren't bad.
He said, hold on.
5 games. That's it.
Hold on, Maniac.
Can you repeat that, Garrison?
Is for someone to say, and what
No, that's
I
a
just
fact,
said,
though.
that if my team does not play good,
right? What Garrison said is saying that.
I think you're lagging, Madman.
Y'all heard that?
Your audio's cutting in and out.
Oh. Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Garrison said
it's cutting out again, man. It's like your connection. It's not. It's the connection for your audio devices.
Is him saying his team had a
Madman, your audio connection is lagging. I'm not sure what's causing that.
You in the portal, gang. You in the portal, fam.
You're in the matrix.
Garrison, can you repeat that question for me while Madman tries to figure his audio out?
Yeah. What I asked was, is there anything wrong? Is it an excuse to say my team offensively did not play good in that game? Our offensive line, mind you, after losing, because we lost Simmons, and that was the game we lost our Remington Award-winning center also. Like, yeah, that happened, but we still should have played better offensively. We didn't play good. Is that an excuse?
Yes.
It's an excuse if you're trying to use it to in any way diminish what the other team did.
I'm not
Well, hold on. Let me give you the full answer. It's fine to say these things contributed to the loss, and that's what happened. But you can say all that. It's like when TJ and I went back and forth with the Vikings Lions. I said, hey, these things right here happened, and that's not why we lost. We lost. You guys were the better team.
But I
think the problem that Maniac and a lot of Michigan fans have is that for the last 4 years, at least, you guys have given us zero credit.
Bro,
every time there was I know. Right. But I'm using us as an example why he's saying this. You give zero credit to the teams that beat you. You give it's always a reason. Someone was sick, the weather, somebody didn't play well. It's never just an acknowledgement that they were the better team.
I didn't even give a complete thought because I got interrupted. I didn't even get a chance to say
Garrison, you're gonna get a chance to talk. Give me 1 second. I do gotta drop some people, and some of you I want to keep around, but to bring up the actual guest today, we gotta drop some people. So I gotta
drop out of respect, no doubt. I'm gonna get with y'all.
No problem, Steve. I appreciate you, my guy. I'm gonna drop Goj, Dom. Yeah, come back. Goj, by the way, I appreciate you, man, coming through. And come back. We'll have time. We're gonna do this again tonight.
If y'all hang out in the backstage, we could bring you up later. We just got to get these two on right now.
Absolutely. We're not dropping Garrison, by the way. All right. My guy Ryan is a fan of Notre Dame. Garrison, obviously, a fan of Ohio State. All right. Now, we gotta keep some order here. We can't yell over each other, or it's not gonna be good at all for the audience, number one. But all right, let's do this again. Garrison saying that his team had an off day, right? Isn't necessarily, in my opinion, an excuse. Now, if you are saying that only and not giving credit to what Nebraska did and what then I disagree that is now making an excuse. That's my opinion of it. How y'all feel about that?
I agree. I'm just not. I'm not sitting here saying that Nebraska didn't do anything that caused us trouble. That's not what I'm saying. But what I also do is that I look at what is my
Okay.
team on an average basis, and I can sit here and say, as well as they played on defense, the same way I've said about you guys, as well as you played on defense, I can still sit here and say, no, there was things that we didn't do well either. Like I think that's just an average football take.
Nah, it's all right. Look, this is what I'm going to say regarding that. It's an Ohio State fans take. You've been
Okay.
like that the whole season, right? Every time y'all even played a close game, it was more that what you guys didn't do opposed to what your opponent did, right? That's like me saying, well, that I didn't play the real Oregon team the second time in the Rose Bowl. That wasn't the same team you played them in. They better than that. It doesn't matter. You went in there and whooped their ass. That's it. We know that Oregon is better than that. I guarantee y'all play them again. That won't be the same outcome. Y'all probably win. But it's no excuse. Y'all just
So Maniac,
executed. Y'all were better.
I'll tell you how consistent I am. I'll tell you how consistent of a person I am. On the Scarlet and Blue show after the Indiana game when you guys played, I told Bryce that next Sunday, I thought you guys lost that game more than Indiana won. Dude, that's just how that's some like there's I don't see that for every game. You can say it's on Ohio State thing, sure. But I'm very consistent on what I say, and what I see is what I see. And like just like when you guys play Indiana, I thought that you guys lost that game more than Indiana won it.
Well,
that's fair.
But that was obvious. We all saw that game, right?
So
Michigan just couldn't convert. We couldn't convert. We stifled them. They couldn't do nothing. 20 points or whatever, 20 points they had at home, averaging almost 50 points a game. We made them look average. We exposed Indiana first. Then y'all finished the job.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can say that, and we can all see that how we dropped the ball in that game, and we can say that's part of the reason that we lost and that mistakes that we made. But they on that day in that game, they got the W, so they were the better team at that time for that night. Now we may have had a better half. We may have had, played ourselves into a loss, but to deny that they were the better team in that moment is false. And I think the problem, Garrison, in all of football, every fan wants to believe that when their team loses, it's because their own team beat them, and when their opponent wins, they're not the reason that they won. That's every fan. But there's an arrogance with the Ohio State fan base where every year you believe your team is the best team in the country and nobody's even close to you. So anytime y'all lose, it's not what the other team did, it's what y'all did to yourselves. And anytime you win, that just proves you're better than every other team. There's never any acknowledgement to the fact that your opponent that night was better than you when you lose. Now, every fan base has that problem to a point, but in large part, Ohio State, because of their success over the last 20 years or however long it's been, they have that inflated way more than most other fan bases. So that's why it comes off as I can't think of the right word. It comes off poorly in a lot of cases coming from Ohio State side.
And then, look, real quick, I'm going to let y'all cook. Another thing, Garrison, you guys mentioned, the scheme. It was why we didn't do against Michigan, yada, yada, yada. Right? You guys have the number one defense, right? That's a fact. That's not an opinion. Statistically, scoring defense numbers, the numbers show, right? You guys only outgained us by 18 yards. That's not an elite defense. And we had one of the worst offenses going into that game, right? We was like 127th. And you only outgained us in your house by 18 yards. Your defense wasn't an elite. We show that. It's scheme when it comes to playing Ohio State. You saw what Texas did. Y'all look normal. Everybody saw the Tennessee and Oregon game. Thought this team, oh my God, this is the team. Put everybody in the first round. No, Texas said, cut that shit down. And they listen, they were right there. Punch for
Hold on.
Can I ask you a question?
do much.
Wait, can I ask
I
you
don't
a
want to.
question?
I don't want to take up for Garrison here. Definitely
Wait,
not. That's not what I'm
ask a
doing.
quick question.
Go ahead.
If Texas made us look normal, what did we make them look like?
They just regular. Yeah.
I mean, the team
Based on the way I was talking, your fan base. Garrison, these 2 games. No, we're gonna beat them by 4 touchdowns. I'm not saying
listen to what you said, though. Listen to what you said.
Hold
you
on.
Said
Hold on.
Your offense. I say your offense. Look, let me ask you. Did y'all look explosive in that game?
We gotta have some consistency here. All right. All right. So look. I'm not taking up for Ohio State. That's the last thing I would do. I will say this though about the game that we played against them. They did only outgain us by 18 points. Super fact, but it wasn't like we were explosive. In fact, before the long run by Mullings, right, that really sealed the game, kinda in a way, right? It wasn't like we were tearing it up on the ground either. We were doing enough to, be in the game, even have a lead or whatever. And that was a lot because of what the defense was doing. Like I brought up in the Alabama game, in the post game after the Alabama game, Wink Martindale, after the second half of Indiana, I'm giving it the second half of Oregon because I think he found something then. But from that point on, Michigan's success was really predicated on what Wink Martindale was able to do defensively, and Sharon Moore was wise enough to scheme around that a little bit and not put Michigan in terrible situations for the most part, but definitely banking on the defense holding up and creating turnovers,
correct,
and that sort of thing.
But if they're in the elite defense and we've been one-dimensional the whole season, that's a fact.
Right.
We got all these veterans.
We didn't score in the red zone like we should have, right?
And our offensive line been inconsistent the whole season, and they still couldn't hold us under 100 yards. Come on, bro. They can't get away with that. No,
I'm not suggesting they do.
How many
Michigan
people
would
held
have
you
not
under
let
100
no
yards?
team at 120, ranked 127, run for over 100 something yards. But anyway, listen, Ryan is here. Let y'all cook because it's y'all Natty. We bringing y'all on the show. So again, y'all could debate because I know they was on.
We got Dallas fan backstage too. We'll bring him up in a second too.
Oh man.
But I definitely want to get this out, or have Garrison and Ryan be able to talk about this really quickly. So I don't know if you fully explained the turnover thing, Garrison, but go ahead.
Yeah, the turnover thing I talked about was that of course, like Notre Dame is ranked 4th in the nation in turnover margin. They're very good at doing that. It helps their offense, like with how especially with their run game and controlling the game, of course. It's just that when I ask people about how Notre Dame is supposed to win and they bring up turnovers, I'm like, okay, well, it's a luck factor because on a play-to-play basis, it rarely happens. Like we've all seen college football games throughout the season, throughout our lives, where both teams go out the game and they don't have turnovers. And both teams average around 60 to 65 plays. So we're talking about 135, 140 plays throughout a game that have no turnovers. That happens a lot. And then also, yes, if you turn over any team a couple times, you're probably going to be in the game, especially when the margins are close between teams. But even for Ohio State, when teams have turned them over twice, you got to understand that doesn't technically secure the lead for you. Penn State did that to Ohio State, turned them over twice, didn't matter. Oregon did it at home, and they won the game. They won the game 1-1. So it's just that you can do that, but on the other side of it, I just wonder, how does your offense even capitalize off it on a consistent basis? If you have to rely on that.
We're one of the best teams. I believe we're number 1 in scoring off of turnovers in the country. So
no, I know, I know that. I'm saying, but that's not something that if you're having to rely on that on a not like a lucky play, but a luck factor. That I don't. For me, when I look at games, that's not where I lead.
I disagree with it being luck because, I mean, if it's luck, it wouldn't have happened in every single game that we've played this year.
No,
And we've
it's not
played
that it's luck, Ryan. I'm
15
saying
games.
based on numbers, it's a luck factor. Like on a play-by-play basis, based on the percentage of plays that are turnovers, it's a luck factor. As in,
I mean, we were told the same thing, Garrison. We were told the same thing by Penn State fans. We were told the same thing by Georgia fans. We were told the same thing by Indiana fans. And they're like, well, we're not going to turn the ball over. Easy to say when our defense forces multiple turnovers, then they're like, well, that's luck. So, I mean, it's pretty annoying when
Garrison,
people
you're getting turned over.
like I'll guarantee you that Ohio State has a turnover in this game.
You're getting turned over.
If you want to, for all my people out there that bet Notre Dame turnover, whatever that is, bet the over. It's gonna happen.
I wouldn't be surprised if we had turnover. My question is, do you think you guys are going to turn the ball over?
If we want to win, we can't turn the ball over.
No, that's not what I asked you. You say you think we're going to. I'm asking, do you think you're going to?
I don't think we're going to be put in a position where we're going to turn the ball over.
No, we don't turn the ball over like Ohio State. So no.
I could be wrong, but I could be wrong in this.
Yeah, you are wrong.
Will Howard has 9 interceptions this season, or 9 or 10, and we only have 1 fumble on the season, so we have 11 or 10 turnovers. How many do you guys have?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Somebody look it up. Who got a computer? Look it up real fast. Because we don't turn the ball over as much as Ohio State.
All right. So
as if Ohio State.
So let's move the conversation forward while somebody looks that up. Let's move the conversation forward to these position groups and the coach. Let's start with the coach. Let's start with the coaches. All right. In the chat, I need y'all to participate in this too. By the way, we got 12 people backstage. We're gonna get to y'all. I promise you.
Don't leave.
Yeah, stay right there. I'm gonna let y'all cook. You have one more fumble. Howard, Swan, Junkins.
I know Will Howard got more turnovers than Riley.
All right, so look, we gotta move this forward a little bit. All right, the coaches, who has the edge there? I'm gonna let y'all go first because we as Michigan fans, we'll give our opinion. But let's start with you, Dallas. Who has the advantage at coaching?
Well, this year right now is Marcus Freeman.
Okay.
But longevity, I mean, he's 3 years and he's in the national championship.
That's a fact.
He's the Dodge. Didn't he win the Dodge this year? I mean, no one's done a better job coaching because Ryan Day has a $20 million team.
Real quick, was the question who turned the ball over the most, or which team got the most turnovers?
Who turned it over the most?
Who turned it over the most?
And right now I know Notre Dame has 15 turnovers this season. Ohio State has 14, so 1 less.
So just on interceptions, Ohio State has 10 interceptions. Notre Dame has 8 on the season.
And then on
fumbles
fumbles
are going to take a moment for me to look up.
No, on fumbles, I'm muted.
No, you're not muted.
No, I'm not muted. No, fumbles, we have 4, they have 5. Or no, they have 7.
Got you.
So plus 2 interceptions for Ohio State, plus 3 fumbles for Notre Dame.
Right, which puts y'all 1. They have actually turned the ball over more than Ohio State is, which is the point.
Yes, that is what we all just learned.
Okay. All right, so I guess that shuts down that argument, if you will, right?
Well, Maze, my next question was this for Ryan and Dallas. Say we both turn over the ball, right? Who's it more detrimental to?
Detrimental? What do you mean?
So are you asking if a turnover happens, which team is better equipped to be able to capitalize on it and create points off of it?
Right.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, obviously.
That's factual.
But instead of just saying one team,
again, I think Ohio State is more.
Why you think that?
Equipped is based on. Well, I guess. Aren't you thinking about he's trying to use an opinion versus what's already happened. We turned the ball over and we scored more than anybody.
I'm asking in this game with these offenses.
It doesn't matter the game. It doesn't change because of your logo. Y'all, this is what he just said. Y'all think everybody is supposed to change because it's Ohio State. So
I don't think
an interception is different, not different because we intercept Ohio State.
Okay. All right. I got to play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate really quick. It is situational, right? Sure, you guys are number one scoring off of turnovers. We all know that. Everybody agrees. However, if they have the number one defense, that number one defense is back on the field after you have turned them over, right?
I don't think so.
I'm not saying that you can't score on that number one defense. I am, though, saying that I agree that it is different than turning over Louisville,
Georgia Tech,
or Georgia Tech, whoever it is, right? Whoever's not the number one defense, it could be the number two defense. Whoever's the number two defense would be different than the number one defense, right?
It was.
I don't care what defense it is. If you turn the ball over in your red zone, Notre Dame's proven that they're going to score.
Okay, so Ryan, all right. So let's say I'll say it like this then. Let's say both teams were to turn the ball over on the other person's side of the field, and each of them had to go 70 yards. After a turnover, who do you think is more likely to go those 70 yards? Your offense against our defense, or offense against your defense?
Your offense, obviously. You guys have more firepower.
That's what I mean when I say
how many people are backstage?
But again, Garrison, I'm telling you that in this game, and Phil said it situationally, but situationally, Ohio State puts the ball in more danger because they are heavy. They're more of a heavy pass team than Notre Dame does. Notre Dame's going to keep that ball on the ground, and most of the fumbles, actually all of the fumbles that came from Price or on punts. So Jay Love doesn't fumble. Riley Leonard doesn't fumble.
All right, so
we don't throw the ball very much.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep y'all Notre Dame and Garrison. Stay right there. We got to start bringing people up one at a time, get a question off, and we'll drop you, all right?
I'm sorry, Ryan Day.
Ryan Day is the better coach. Yes, no. Because we never got that.
Maybe I think like Dallas said, I think if you're thinking long term, I think you got to give it a Ryan Day because he just been cold.
Now listen, didn't Ryan Day make the CFP his first year?
He also had a Lamborghini for a roster. So
we damn sure agree on that. He was born.
I didn't.
Yeah, Brian Kelly unfortunately did leave us the Lamborghini.
Yeah,
he left the Yugo.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't leave you a Yugo.
No.
I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't know
no, Phil. He left us with a Toyota Camry. All right, it's efficient. It's gonna get you where you need to go, but it's not. It's nothing flashy, right? It's not gonna get you over the top.
He left us Drew Pine. That's a Yugo.
Go ahead, Garrison.
Question real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If a coach inherits the worst defense for a program in the last 50 years, is that a Lamborghini? If that defense is
okay, no. What about that offense, Garrison?
Don't do
what
that.
About that offense, Garrison?
50 years.
Wait. Oh, wait. Thank you, Ryan. On offense, Ryan Day is the one who sought out and seek.
Posh, you're playing dirty.
Just to
all right. First of all,
Urban Meyer said and wanted Tate Martell as the quarterback.
All right, hold on, which would have been crazy. Hold on. Shout out to Posh, who is a fan of that vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus, and her daughter is part of the marching band. Shout out to her daughter.
Yes.
Much love to her daughter and all that, but I cannot, in good faith, wish for your good luck on the football field. That said,
she does her thing with the band, but that's it.
That's it, because I can't let Garrison off the hook here either. Yes, that defense was historically bad in terms of where you guys ranked. However, the very next year, weren't they number one or something?
Yes, they had
the same players. So you had the talent.
Bro, that's they had he fired people.
How many 5 stars on that defense you had in 2019? At least 4.
We had enough. We had enough to be crappy on all defense.
Not in
Yo, my guy Bert,
2019.
what's your posit to the conversation, my guy? Burks.
Oh, sorry about that. Yo, what's up? How are all of you guys?
What's
So
up,
I just want
man?
to say something really quickly. Garrison, I actually like you. You're not a bad guy. But here's the problem that's getting me really pissed off,
Don't
man.
show him too much
You
love.
guys have been so arrogant.
Yes.
Okay, this whole entire time, it's actually disgusting. I want to actually like jump off a cliff. How arrogant you guys have become.
Yes.
The team is starting to become arrogant too. Look
Don't
at what
do that.
happened with Tennessee and Oregon. After beating them, then you guys are starting to play sloppy against Texas. The first 3 quarters weren't that great. Now I feel that at Notre Dame, listen, Notre Dame is hungry. They want it, bro. They're giving me Michigan defense vibes, man. Okay, Marcus Freeman he wants this win so much more. Playing next man mentality. Ohio State their team is just feeding off the arrogance of the fans and all this stuff. I'm noticing that they're look at what happened with Jeremiah Smith, man. He got guarded like pretty well. He did only 1 catch, 3 yards, man. I have a feeling Notre Dame is going to play that Michigan D, man, like they did in the game this year, and Notre Dame's going to win. Jeter, game-winning field goal. Watch, man. You guys are done. I'm sorry. And damn Ohio State. I'm sick of how arrogant you guys are. Your fan base is arrogant. I'm done. Goodbye. And take care.
Shout out to my guy Bert.
No, like that's you know what? And
I'm gonna let you respond to that.
You know what? Am I an arrogant Ohio State fan?
Yes.
Please answer that question for me, everyone. Please.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
You don't need an answer.
Damn right I am. You are right. I am.
Oh my God.
And like I told you, you a fanboy. That's the difference.
I'm not a fanboy.
Yes, look, I'm gonna break it down. Hold on. You're not. I'll tell you. No, hold on. I mean, let me. If I'm calling you a fanboy, I'm gonna break it down. You're not that Ohio State fanboy that thinks his team is gonna win every game. I give you that. You don't. You're not. No, Ohio State. We're just gonna beat everybody. No, you're not that fanboy. But you're the fanboy where all your recruits are better than the next recruits. No one really beats you. You know, if it was just this and that, and you know, it's always about what your team didn't do. That's a fanboy. Here,
okay, so
the whole season. Hold on, the whole season we stood 10
like the live.
Here. After every game, we was right here, win, lose, and we right here and calling it like it is. We're not like, well, listen, you know, if we just made that tackle in the second quarter, man, am I being honest? If we make that tackle, we might win? No, we lost. They were better.
We lost.
You're not like that, Garrison. You know
okay,
I'm just keeping it real.
Okay, so yes, I spread Ohio State propaganda. So yes, I
absolutely you did.
I am an arrogant fan. Again, you know, when it comes to Notre Dame and you know, people talk about, and I think Ryan and I had this conversation in the space, I think, but you know, I truly believe that this team is the Notre Dame team is hungry, but I don't think that, you know, I'm a fan, and these players are players for a reason. I don't believe they're taking on any cockiness. These guys, people gotta remember, man, these guys, outside of a Rose Bowl against Utah going into the season, they had not accomplished anything. Going into the playoffs this season, they had not accomplished anything in their 4 years at Ohio State.
Hold on. Garrison, repeat that. Hold on. These guys haven't what? Repeat that one more time.
I just said they haven't accomplished anything.
Thank you. And listen,
they haven't beaten Michigan. They haven't won the Big Ten, and they haven't won a national championship, and now they're in position to do so.
Right.
And so
let me get in here because I obviously Michigan. I've started to learn why Michigan fans hate Ohio State so much. I've been in spaces all week. I've done spaces with Michigan fans, USC fans, Oregon fans, any fans you can think of. I have never had a worse space experience than I've had with Ohio State fans. They have made me want to stay off Twitter because they can't actually have a ball conversation. Garrison's different. Garrison gets cocky sometimes, but he can have a ball conversation. But it's very far
y'all be doing to each other.
And I'm sitting here, and they bring up stats. Like, one thing Ohio State fans love is their stats, right?
Well,
but the minute you bring up a stat that doesn't fit their narrative, They don't like stats anymore.
That's Garrison.
Gone. Run away when they had those stats.
Hold on real quick. Hold on, because
Like, let me give an example.
Ryan, give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to GT again, who is a member. You should become a member. 2021, the flu. 2022, we changed our signs, but Connor Stallion still cheated somehow. 2023, McCord sucks. 2024, too windy. What do you say to that, Garrison?
I never heard anyone say it was too windy.
Yes,
literally, I posted in the group chats and on Twitter, the Ohio State fans saying stuff like that.
Didn't Ryan Day say
it was too
that?
windy.
Ryan
They
Day
were saying it was too windy. They were saying that the kicker was bribed.
Uncle
They
Lou
were
did a whole
saying all
video on
kinds
the
of
weather.
crap.
Well, like I said, like I didn't see it. Was it said? Sure, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see it, so okay.
Hey, yo, hold on. We don't do politics on the show, but I'm going to read this super chat. Shout out again to GT. He's a member. You should become a member. Will Biden pardon Dr. Fauci for canceling the game in 2020, prevented Michigan from winning 5 years in a row? Shout out to GT.
He only pardons family members.
Ryan, real quick. For Ryan and Dallas.
The thoughts of Kinetic are Kinetics and Kinetics only. We don't do politics.
Ryan and Dallas fans. So, in your eyes, what is it that you guys need to do to win this game? I'm gonna tell you, y'all better get that boy Aeneas Williams the ball, bro. That freshman number 20, he is a shifty dude. And you saw those linebackers have trouble covering in space. Those OSU linebackers, they aggressive with the run. They can't cover for shit. You gotta put them in space. He could catch the ball. That dude number 20. I don't know how healthy Jeremiah Love is. I see him do that grown man run to score. After that, he didn't really do much. Yeah, he jumped over money. What's the other one? The Danian Price.
Jadarian Price. Yeah,
Jadarian Price. You know, I know he's good. So what is it that's gonna take? I think your man, Leonard, he got to run the ball 15, 20 times. He got to look like, it's gonna sound weird, Krenzel for the 0-2 Ohio State team. He gotta kind of his feet. If he need this game, go. It's not there. Go. 3 yards, 4 yards, just go. And I'm telling you, every aggressive defense, you saw Saban in his prime years. Who always gave him trouble? Mobile quarterbacks. It doesn't matter. If Leonard could get out that pocket and be effective running the ball, it's going to get. It could get. You know what?
It could get real Shabba Ranks.
I think for us to win, like, obviously no one's going to sit up here with a straight face unless they're delusional and say that and argue against the fact that Ohio State's the more talented team. Top to bottom, they're the more talented team, right? But again, Georgia was the more talented team based off of blue chip ratio when we played them. Penn State, they were based off of blue chip ratio, more talented team.
Oh, no, stop. No, they're not.
No, they were. They had five stars and we only had one.
That's the problem. A blue chip is a 4-star and a 5-star. They do not have more blue chips than Notre Dame.
We had more 4 stars. They had more 5 stars. That's where that came, and they had more 3 stars than we did. Anyway,
3 stars out of blue chip.
For us to win this game, we have to get turnovers, right? I think that's key. You can't turn the ball over, so you have to win the turnover margin in this game to beat Ohio State. You have to start fast. I'm not saying, like, when I say start fast, that's not we have to get up 10, 14 nothing on Ohio State. I'm saying starting fast in terms of when we get our first offensive drive, we've got to either put points on the board or we've got to, have a long sustaining drive and then work field position from there. And when I think this game comes down to red zone offense and defense for both teams. Notre Dame is one of the best red zone defenses in the country. I'm not sure where Ohio State is on red zone offense.
Yeah,
but
number one.
Penn State had multiple drives inside our red zone where they left with either no points or field goals. So I think that this game comes down to that. And again, I think who's going to be the more physical team? And I think if Notre Dame gets Ohio State into a physicality match, into a phone booth where it's a slugfest, I like Notre Dame's chances more than Ohio State, just based off of the history. Like, I don't think Ohio State is gettable when they are forced to play that type of game. Nebraska was able to make them play that game. They couldn't execute down the stretch. Michigan got them in that kind of game. Michigan executed down the stretch. Is why they won the football game. Penn State, they didn't execute. They had 4 downs within the Ohio State 10-yard line. They didn't execute. Texas, same thing. They had a chance. They didn't execute. They didn't execute. Notre Dame is the type of team where they've proven over this year in a close game, they are going to execute more likely than not. I think that this Notre Dame team is built to do that. So that's what I think the keys are.
Okay.
Real quick, before Dallas goes, I got to give a proper introduction to my guys. First of all, we got Wes Quiet here, former Michigan walk-on. He's in the building. Shout out to him. And the legend himself, my guy, your guy, Mr. Johnny Olden Jr., a.k.a. Cap, has entered the building. Shout out and salute to both of those guys. All right, Dallas, go ahead.
Oh, let me correct the blue chip ratio. Blue chip ratio is only based on 5- and 4-star players.
It is.
That's a combination. Penn State has 61% blue chip ratio. Notre Dame has 67%.
All right. So, Dallas, what is the victory for Notre Dame in this game for you?
I think we just the same game plan is to bully them, just like we bullied Georgia. I don't think Ohio State offensive line is fast enough to keep us off of Will Howard.
Can we quit factoring in this blue chip ratio when Michigan had a 54% blue chip ratio last year and would destroyed both teams this year?
Preach.
What do you say?
The 2023 Michigan Wolverines had a blue chip ratio of 54%, and that team would destroy both teams in the Natty this year if they played.
Facts.
So this blue chip ratio
if
thing.
You say something otherwise, we're dropping you.
What else?
It's hardly an argument.
That's an opinion.
No, let him finish.
That's a hypothetical.
Yeah, right. It is a hypothetical. You're right. But look,
Michigan State counts their 2 stars as blue.
We want to stay on course.
Don't forget they had that 5-star long snapper. Don't forget.
We get
5-star long snapper is wild. That's actually wild.
Listen, it matters. And big game.
I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up. Real quick. The reason that was brought up, Michigan State literally went on Twitter and we're trying to say we've got a 5-star and Michigan doesn't when they got a 5-star long snapper. And this was like an official or adjacent Michigan State page. So
see, Lil Bro them really makes it hard for themselves, dude. Don't they? They don't help themselves at all.
That's easy food.
In front of Dunkin' Donuts with the cup, man. Get them out of here. Put some change in their cup so they can get somebody. So Dallas, go ahead, finish. Then we get the Garrison. Then we get the Johnny and West Cross.
So with the 5 stars, Notre Dame has 5 stars on the football field right now. So I don't know what these rankings be doing. I think we know we have 5 stars on the field.
No doubt.
But for some reason, we're not getting credit for them.
We have 1 5-star industry-wise, and that's Charles Jaggerson.
Exactly, industry-wise. Yeah. But do you know what talents are 5 stars?
I mean, if we're just going off of like talent-wise, Xavier Watson's playing like
to be
a 5-star.
fair, let's not bog down the conversation with 5 stars. It is whatever. You know what I mean? They're gonna perform it or not. What do you think though about the football game? How y'all gonna win the football game?
I believe right now we can bully their D line because we got our best offensive line back. This is going to be the first game Mike Denrock is going to have the O-line that he wanted to have game 1. And now he has his quarterback playing his best football. I know the scenario is like Ohio State has this statistical defense, but nobody can score on them. But for some reason, they got 2 losses, and they almost lost in Nebraska. But they're going to, but for some reason, they're going to stop Notre Dame. And this is the key point right here: the 17 points. The 17 points is a joke. They've been using on the media because that's what the score has been under Tommy Rees and under Jared Parker. It's been totally disrespectful for Denrock. They think they're gonna stop Denrock for 17 points. I gotta see it. I don't have Mike Denrock going out here and game planning against Ohio State and coming up with 17 because Tommy Rees and Jared Parker did it.
Now let me flip this question on you because I want to move the conversation forward, but I also want to be fair. Do you think Jim Knowles is sitting there saying, "Oh, them thinking they're going to score more than 17 is crazy"? Because he's the opposing coordinator, he's got to have that same mentality, right? Just in the opposite direction.
He's been scored on more than 7, right?
One time.
Yeah.
Who's had our offensive line in running game? They haven't stopped the top 15 running game.
Okay. No doubt. Garrison, what's your response to that?
Tennessee had a top 15 running game, by the way.
They didn't have their running back, Slim.
Yeah. Wait. Why didn't they have their running back? Because Lathan Ransom hit him. That's why.
Hold on. Also,
page impression.
To be fair, we can't give Ohio State credit for stopping the run when you're not going to run the football when you're down 40 points. Like Tennessee did not run the football.
Tennessee, what are you talking about? Tennessee, what?
They were getting blown out. They're not going to run the ball when they're down 40 points.
When they're down, so they got Shaba ranked off the top with the pass game. So
Tennessee was in the game. Tennessee was in the game probably until mid-third quarter. What are you talking about?
And didn't like the success they had in the run game. The very slim they did was Nico running.
Yeah, on scramble drills.
They got the running back out, so they running back.
I'm not gonna sit here and apologize for a team for not having depth.
We're not apologizing either. We're just saying it's a fact. You saying that you stopped the top 15 running game, but you didn't because they weren't together.
But we can't make that excuse. That would be an excuse.
That's not an excuse. That's a factual because the players make
a fact.
It's like if you take out is Ohio State without Smith the same passing game? So you take him out of the football game because he gets knocked out.
Mm-hmm. Same excuse they used with 2022.
I'm just saying that
when they didn't have Marv. Yeah, when that was the excuse they didn't have Marv.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
To answer your question, I think this is apples to oranges because you talk about like we still have other receivers you can still throw the ball to. Against Texas, he was taken out of the game essentially, and it still worked. We still not successful. We still were able to pass the ball. So like my keys to the game. Again, Ohio State, they got to start fast. And when I say start fast, I mean do what you guys have been doing all playoffs. Come in there, pass the ball, set up the run. Have a lot of movement for the offensive line. Continue to run gap scheme. You're facing a team that can't stop the gap scheme, and on top of that, they haven't been able to stop the run all season.
That's negative.
That you give up 130 a game.
Yeah, we playing option teams though. We play Navy, we play Army, we play Georgia Tech, and we play NIU.
You have played 15
They're all
games.
option teams.
You have played 15 games. I highly doubt that each of those teams ran for over 500 yards on you in each of those games. You still
Army and Navy, like the numbers are still Army and Navy ran for 200 yards.
Yeah,
all right, guys. I feel like we're getting a little stagnant here.
Take a pause. Army, Navy are running option teams.
Hold on.
So is Georgia Tech, and so is just about NIU. They're option teams. They run the ball primary. You didn't play nothing like that.
They played Michigan.
Can I finish?
Michigan was basically an option team, so I'll give them that.
By default. But you ran. How many yards you run on them?
1,000.
I don't know. I'm trying to talk about Ohio State. So again,
didn't y'all run 170 on them?
Oh, hold on. Let's let Garrison finish what he's trying to say.
Finish this point.
So I think that's one thing. And again, only 2 teams this season. Well, I guess technically 3, but I don't really count Purdue. But the only 2 teams that played man against us are Oregon and Tennessee. Now, I don't believe Notre Dame's secondary and man is better than both of theirs. They also don't have 5'9" corners. And I think they're very good. I think it's a very good secondary. But at the same time, I still believe that I'll take there's only 2 corners in the nation that I think would bode well one-on-one with Jeremiah Smith, and that's Will Johnson and Travis Hunter.
Oh, so you're not going to give away Ben Morrison? You don't think Ben Morrison would lock him up?
Played all season, bro.
No, if he was healthy,
Okay, I don't. Dude, and if I ain't had balls, dude,
he's not that good.
Okay, you gotta stop.
Leonard Moore's going to pick all.
I mean, Ryan, come on. We could have said the same thing about Will Johnson. We didn't have him. We still locked him up. So,
I'm just saying.
Leonard Moore has more skills than Ben Morrison.
But Ben Morrison held Marvin Harrison last year to his lowest yard total of his entire career.
Stop saying that.
He did.
34 yards.
32 yards.
32 yards. Nobody locked him down like that.
He had that many yards, but it wasn't because Ben Morrison followed him around the field.
He had all but 4 snaps on him.
He only had 4.
Yes, because hold on. That's because that's where Marv lined up, by the way.
He wasn't getting no help going against Cam Hart.
Also,
Benjamin
the game
Johnson's
plan was
afraid of
for
the
Marv
other
to
side
be
of the field.
decoy. The other guy tore you apart. But I digress. I don't want to take up for Ohio State at all, by the way.
They didn't score a touchdown. What receiver scored a touchdown?
They tried BMO with Marv 16 times. And BMO held him on 12 of those targets to 32 yards.
They scored no touchdowns.
I don't think that's the truth, by the way. You said
Where's
they
the touchdown?
him 16 times when Ben Morrison was on him?
Yes. No, 16 times total in the game. 12 of those were Ben Morrison on him. The other 4 were Cam Hart.
Right.
I'm
Cam Hart was
because it
an
really
NFL
matter.
corner.
But I do want to do this because we haven't had a chance to hear from West Quad or my guy Johnny. They are just sitting here like ornaments.
I can't finish.
Hey, I just got a quick question.
Oh, my bad, my bad, Garrison. Go ahead.
No, I'll make it quick because I'll make it quick then. I think we just have to do that. Our offensive line not technically, they have been sound in the pass game all season in protection wise. And if you look at the stats, Notre Dame doesn't get a lot of pressure. Again, on the other side of the ball, I just had this. Again, I've only seen one team get more than 17 points on us this season, and that's Oregon. And so when I look at what Notre Dame does, I think they're very effective in the run game, especially with Riley Leonard. He's a very effective runner, a very underrated athlete. But I just don't believe that when you're running into it's not just stats wise, bro. I guess stats do tell a story, and people have not been able to run on Ohio State all season, and we put them in a phone booth. It still doesn't work. Ryan, to answer your question, you said, where's Ohio State rank in terms of red zone defense? Ohio State's the #1 red zone defense in the nation. So
I said red zone offense.
Oh, red zone offense, we're in the top 20. So at 87%. So no, I just think that there's a lot of things that Michigan plays into our hands. Not Michigan, but Notre Dame plays into our hands.
We're on your mind. I get it.
Like with playing man to man, because eventually, I'll take our wide receivers over a set of corners any day. I'll take Travion Henderson going against any linebacker and going off a route any day. And on the other side of the ball I don't believe Notre Dame's going to score more than 17 points running the ball the way they do and with the pass game that they have.
Okay, before we go on to another point or response, we got 2 questions for Garrison. First, Dom's asked that question twice. So if OSU loses, Can you commit now that you'll be able to come on the show, or are you gonna be tied up with your family for 2 weeks again?
The first time Dom asked it, I actually left a comment in there. I said, I'll be here.
Okay. All right. And then the second question. Actually, I lost that question. Hold on, I gotta find it.
I got one here from GT. He said I heard Jack Sawyer got a Cyber Monday deal with some gold pants. Can anyone confirm this? This is the only way he gonna get them. Shout out to GT, who is a legend, bro. That was great. That's good stuff right there.
That's good.
Yeah.
I can't find that other question. I'm sorry. I'll try to find it.
All right, no doubt. Okay, so West Quad, you've been listening patiently, by the way. Shout out to that. What's your thoughts on the game? What's your thoughts on the discourse here?
Now, I just got a quick question. How many stages of grief are there? 5, right?
I believe
5
so.
stages of grief. I would just like to congratulate the Ohio State University on reaching that 5th one, acceptance. Because all I heard is y'all at home on the couch. Y'all ain't gonna be in the game. But guess what? We beat Joe Lewis's ass, so don't even worry about it.
He beat Joe Lewis.
Right. Thank
Joe
you
Lewis,
for getting it,
175
Johnny.
years
So
old.
I just want to make sure somebody got it.
No doubt, man. Shout out to that, yo. My
No,
guy.
I ain't got no. I'm just sitting there chilling, man. Y'all, I'm liking the back and forth between the fans. I'm hoping the game is this spicy because I don't know, bro. I'll be perfectly honest. If they don't bracket cover or zone Jeremiah Smith, it could get Hey,
it get real shot ranks,
bro. Yeah, I don't mean Bubba Sparks. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to get ugly. So please don't go out there and think you can cover that. Don't let the bravado get to you, bro. I mean, I know y'all ain't got nothing to do with it, but I'm saying to the coaches, please bracket that man.
That's
I tell you what, I think Leonard. I think the world's going to be put on notice about this Leonard Moore kid.
Right. That's what I think has got to happen. That's what they got to happen. They got to see it because all they keep hearing about is Jeremiah Smith is going to do this. Nobody knows what Leonard Moore is doing because he's getting no airplay. But PFF has put him on every stat or every to show you what he's doing.
That's why we're gonna drop you. But
he's actually going to be probably better. I'm saying he's going to be better than Ben. And Ben is a dog. He just needs more reps because Ben doesn't have his size or speed.
And Leonard Moore already won was it freshman defensive player of the year?
That's what I'm trying to say. They Jeremiah has skyrocketed because of height, weight, and speed. And Leonard Moore is just doing what he does. And nobody's getting nothing on him, but he's getting zero credit. So he cannot cover another freshman because it's Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah, I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be, you're going to see the best.
You can't play your defense because
this is not the mentality y'all
because
should be
of
having.
two teams got out there and got cooked. Tennessee and Oregon.
Yeah.
This is not I'm gonna be honest with you. This is not the way to think about this. All right. I get it. You know, it's you guys got a special talent at corner. He's played very well.
No, it's not just that, it's our defense, meaning that even if he's covered, Will Howard's not going to have time to be putting those balls in tight windows to get it to him.
And again, we don't have 5'9" corners. We have Leonard Moore is every bit of 6'2", almost 6'3".
He's going to take the ball away.
Is y'all pass rush that good? I don't know. I'm asking.
Go watch the Georgia game and then come back to the show.
and even Penn State, we were getting pressure with 4 men rushes against Drew Aller and that.
And all they keep talking about is who's not there. They don't say, okay, Ryan Mills wasn't in the game, but for some reason, the pass rush that was destroying Georgia, he gets no credit. And then they come to the next game and tell you who's not there. Obviously, we didn't need him.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna run man like 90% of the snaps that we did all the season.
We've never run 90. Fine, we've never run 90. We mix out. We ran about 50% man and about 40% zone. So I'm like, they keep advertising like Notre Dame is going to run man. Yeah, we're going to run man because we can run man when we call execute those plays. It's not
Well,
100%.
that's because who we are. That's who we are. We're the number one man defense in the country.
Yes, but we
that's
don't
just our
run.
identity.
We don't run 90% man.
It's like 50% or something, man.
There was some stat that I saw that said something that Notre Dame ran 90% man in the playoffs or something like that. So that might be wrong, but that's what I saw.
That's not our defense. Our defense is about 50%, 54 man, and the rest is zone. It's a mix.
57. All right. Anyway, because I don't want to again like bog it down with too much of the rah-rah over one specific thing. And my man Johnny hasn't had a chance to speak yet. Johnny, what's on your mind, man?
This game for Notre Dame, especially. Texas came out, they didn't believe in themselves the first quarter. And it cost them. It cost them a pick early, right through his hands. Defensive lineman dropped out, went right through his hands. Second guessing themselves. Y'all better come out believing in yourself, believing that y'all as good as Ohio State. It's easy to talk at his fans, but you'll notice it if the team don't. If y'all come out believing in yourself from the jump, that's a good start. But my thing is, what do you see the score being in this game? What do you Notre Dame fans? I know Garrison, he in the 30s, the 15 or something. But what do y'all see this score being? I think you can win it 17-14, something like that.
No.
I had 24-21 as my final score.
You're not stopping Mike Denrock to no 17. I'm like, they can stop a rank that to death because of the last two games. That's what the media is pushing. Mike Denrock is not Tommy Rees or Jared Parker. He's putting all the chips and marbles on the table for a championship. And y'all and one of the top paid OCs in the game who has his own books to carry is going to put up 17.
And I mean, if you put up 17 and they put up 14, hey, you won.
But that's not the job. What I'm saying is this man is not getting his due because of a number that's been put out. Everybody's using this magic number 17. It's because of the last game.
No, I think it's because Ohio State's defense is for real too. Now they got it. They got a defense.
No one's scoring 24 points on them doesn't mean your defense isn't for real. I didn't say we scoring 50. That's what I'm trying to say. They're the number one defense. Doesn't mean you can't score 24 points on them.
All right. So look, so far all we've gotten from this is the coaches. And that was damn near an hour ago. Dom, how you feeling, sir? What's on your mind?
Gentlemen, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I got a bit of a headache from all the statistics. I'm seeing stars now. And I'd like to bring something to the conversation that's been absent.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about human nature, okay? You have two coaches, Ryan Day. They could talk as much as they want to talk about talent, schematics, and the cow jumped over the moon. If it's a close game, the line's only 8 points last I saw. If it's a close game, Ryan Day will sweat. And when he sweats, he folds like a lawn chair. He really does. And if Notre Dame, very simple, it's very simple. You run the ball, you burn the clock, and you keep that high-powered Ohio State offense on the sideline. The key for Notre Dame is when Ohio State comes out and they have scripted and they go down the field like there's some professional team, keep their composure, remain patient, and don't shit themselves. Because Texas shit themselves, Tennessee shit themselves. We didn't shit ourselves because we know how. We know how to play Ohio State. And it's keeping the offense on the sideline, getting Ryan Day in his head. Last thing, who's going to be tight team-wise here? Because Ohio State, They're expected to win, right? They've been expected to win all year. Now the lights are bright. They'll feel it as soon as they go on the field. Just like Johnny O said, you'll see it when they go out on the field. And I guarantee you, Ohio State will be tight. Freeman's going to be loose. He won by getting there. There's players on that Notre Dame team that lost that BS game a couple years ago to Ohio State because they had 10 men on the field or whatever. Those players, they're not intimidated by Ohio State. They're not afraid of Ohio State. They're not a bunch of kids coming up from Tennessee like wondering if it's going to snow, or Texas like crapping themselves with Sark running what would you call that, Johnny? A grade school toss on the 1 yard line to give Ohio State the game. They're going to get that from Notre Dame. Notre Dame, if they keep their composure and patient and effectively control the ball, as Ryan was saying, get it into the locker, the phone booth, Ryan Day will sweat. And when he sweats, Ohio State fails. You go look at the history books, Garrison. You go look at the history books. When they're in that type of game, Ryan Day folds. That's the one thing if I could put my money on, I put it on Ryan Day folding. If it's a close game, if Notre Dame allows Ohio State to come up and run up 21 before halfway through the first quarter, it's going to be a blowout like the Oregon game was, because that's what happened in Oregon.
They front run.
To Johnny and Dom's point, you know where Notre Dame's mentality is, or where it was immediately after the Orange Bowl, when they went up to Jeremiah Love, asked him about the game, and the first thing he said wasn't, "Man, we're glad we're going to the Natty." It wasn't, "Man, what a great game. We just beat Penn State." It was first thing out of his mouth, "We won Ohio State because we know that we should have beat them last year. We think that they're a better team than Texas, and we're looking forward to it." That's a team that already has their mindset on getting revenge for last year's game. They got everything, all that stuff,
Ryan,
the momentum and everything. Yeah,
Ryan, what side of the ball is that?
that's the offense.
Exactly. And I'm trying to. Everybody's so stuck on the 10 men on the field and the mixed pick. The game we beat Ohio State we was in the red zone for 4 times and came up with 0 points. 2 field goals were missed. It was all on the offense that missed that didn't beat Ohio State. The defense did its job.
Yep. And you know what? They already reported that ever since Notre Dame got back to South Bend after winning the Orange Bowl, they've been having to play a last year's game where Ohio State scored 1 second left. They've been having that on repeat, wherever these guys are, whether that's in the meeting room, the weight room, the goog, where they walk in. It's everywhere on those TVs. They can't escape it right now. So you got a team coming in that's pissed off on offense. Well, the entire team, but
offense wants that game back.
Yeah,
they missed that screen pass. Was it Sawyer that tipped it? That would have shut the door.
Well, no, DJ Brown dropped the game-sealing interception.
No, that's defense. No, I'm talking about the offense. See, you could going back. I'm saying the offense had opportunities many times to shut the door, and they couldn't.
Yeah.
That was some bad play
I have
calling.
one thing for you. I'm going to clear out. Thank you for the time, gentlemen. I appreciate it very much. But like Keith Jackson, my favorite broadcaster of all time, once said, you never know what an 18-year-old is going to do until he does it. And that pressure, I'm telling you, that pressure is on OSU.
Well, the pressure going to be soon as that crowd get on them.
Yeah. No doubt. We're
get
gonna
a lead. As soon as we get a lead.
We're gonna bring Black Hat. He's been waiting for a long time. Black, what you got?
No, I'm chilling. I actually want to talk about the future more than anything.
Of Michigan?
So when it comes to Ohio State.
Okay, all right.
So is Will Howard leaving after this year?
He's done.
Okay. Is Devin Smith transferring?
Who
is that?
Who's Devin Smith?
I thought one of their
Devin
quarterbacks.
Brown.
quarterback.
Evan
Oh, Devin
Brown.
Brown, my
Yeah,
bad.
He transferred already. He gone. He
And
playing
then
for Popeye.
he's transferring, right?
Yeah.
All right. Oh my God, damn, Jesus.
Louisiana Kitchen.
Aaron Nolan, he's transferring as well.
Yes,
Aaron Nolan gone.
out of there.
Aaron Nolan. So
Who's the next guy up for Ohio State?
Julian Sayin.
So
or the freshman.
But here's
What's
the
the
thing as
freshman
well,
name,
is that you
Garrison?
guys also are going through a massive turnover like we did last year. So what's that going to look like?
They losing a ton. I told Garrison yesterday.
What's it look like, Garrison?
90% of that defense is gone.
Give me a second. I'm doing something real quick. Give me a second.
All right.
No doubt.
They got Julian Sayin, and then they got Julian Sayin backing up Julian Sayin.
They got one of the top quarterbacks in Severian St. Clair, I believe. That's
Fabian,
it.
yeah.
So but you're right. They're talented, but unproven. So look, man, they're gonna lose a lot. This is why if you an OSU fan, it's imperative you win the Natty this year. Because if you don't win the Natty, you choke on Monday. Papa, the next time you win in the Natty, I can't even call it.
Dude, if they don't,
it's going to be rough because after that Alabama game, I was smiling, grin to grin because I'm like, yo, most of these guys are going to be there next year. So it's like, and they don't even need a good quarterback. They just need an average quarterback. And they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Facts.
dude, if Ohio State doesn't win the Natty this year, this is like what? Again, like all the pressure on this game is on Ohio State.
Yes.
Like for at least us Notre Dame fans, like this year was a success with all the injuries and everything after beating Georgia. Like, so
we
I
won
mean,
already.
yeah, like we're playing with house money. Obviously, we want to win the Natty. But like Ohio State has way more pressure to win this national championship because we're returning basically damn near everybody next year. And we're a very young team. But like, dude, if they don't win the Natty, they haven't accomplished a damn thing that they wanted to accomplish this year. They just played a few extra games that a few other teams didn't get to. You would have lost to Michigan. You would have didn't play for the Big Ten championship. And you would have lost the Natty, so the best thing you did all year was win the Rose Bowl.
Correct. And to add to that, right, real quick, OSU, even if you get it done Monday, let's be clear. Michigan did the quadruple crown last year. What's the quadruple? Let's start from the beginning. We beat Ohio State. Bang, won. Then we went to the Big Ten championship, won that. Bang. Then we win the Natty. Bang. And then winning the Natty, we went undefeated. Cuatro. For y'all that don't speak Spanish, I'll do it for you. Cuatro. Four, papi.
Hey, dude, I'll say this: if they do win, if they win the Natty, they need to give Michigan a ring. I'm sorry, but they do.
Yeah, that's a fact.
We
turned their season around.
That's the dumbest
But
thing
here's the
I've
thing
ever
as well. NIU lost.
Hey,
come off.
Garrison.
Yeah.
If y'all win the Natty and they print them shirts with the schedules on them, are you gonna wear one?
No, I'm just gonna buy the one that says national champion.
So you're not gonna wear the one that actually shows like y'all schedule like every other year, right?
I never bought those.
They won't do it.
He never bought those.
Knowing how they'll make the shirts, they'll make the shirts, and whoever's making the shirts will be like, make sure you don't put the Michigan score on there.
Yes,
just leave that out. Yeah.
Like remember,
I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen in this game. Is Notre Dame's gonna get to this magical 17 earlier than everybody expects, and then that's what's going to tighten the whole everything. Wait a minute. They already at 17 or past 17. And there's a lot of football left.
Give me the quarter. What quarter are you saying they score 17 in?
That could be a pick six. That could be a touchdown. That could be field goals. It could be special teams. They will get to the magical 17 a lot earlier than everybody thinks.
First quarter, Garrison.
I ain't saying first quarter. I'm just saying in the first half they're gonna be passing.
So you said the first half?
Do you think you guys?
Yeah, because it's not Tommy Rees. Everybody wants this Tommy Rees and Jared Parker performance again. It's not coming.
Hold on, because I don't want Garrison. You got to answer my guy Black Hat's question.
What was his question?
Oh, basically, what's the future looking like for Ohio State? Because you're losing all three of your quarterbacks. You're losing a lot of people when it comes to not only the offense, but the defense as well. So what's the future looking like for you guys?
I think it looks bright like it has for the last 20-some years, 30 years, 40 years. Yeah, we lose our corners. Jermaine Matthews is still going to be here, so I'm okay with that. Aaron Scott will be there. Devin Sanchez will be a lot of PT next season. Safeties will be fine. We're still going to have Philip Downs, who I believe is the best safety and defensive player in college football. The defensive line is going to be fine. I don't know what the conversation is here. We're Ohio State.
Hold on, bro.
There we go again. There it is, the brain. They got the brain. I don't have to give no. There it is.
Let Johnny cook. Let Johnny cook.
Fine. We're Ohio State. We got uniform.
Okay. Wait.
No answer.
No, one second. You can sit here and call that arrogant all you want, but here's my question to you guys, and this is an honest question. So since the turn of the millennia, how many seasons has Ohio State had under 10 wins?
We didn't ask for the history, bro. We asked for the future.
How many national championships?
Just say you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know.
To be fair, Garrison. To be fair, Garrison. To be fair, Garrison, you're using the same argument that Alabama fans were using last year.
I'm using, dude. I'm not using. You said last year. I'm using.
I'm saying Alabama fans were like, "Oh, we got a new head coach. We're going to win 10 games."
Ryan, let me be quite honest with you. I can get a damn what Alabama's fans say. I'm saying he asked me, "What do I think about Ohio State football next season?" I don't think Ohio State is going to come out here and have 3-4 losses. That's not.
I think you're losing to Michigan. I think your ceiling's 3.
Texas gonna cook y'all week 1.
Texas. Wait, what's their schedule? They got to play Oregon again, right?
No, they don't play Oregon.
Penn State.
Yeah, they got a pretty cupcake schedule after.
They got to play USC.
What about Penn State? Do they play Penn State?
No.
USC.
Yeah, they play Penn State, right?
I think James Franklin will choke that.
We play Penn State.
Do they play USC?
Okay, so I got Texas, Penn State, Michigan. That's your 3 losses.
What about
USC? Is trash.
Right, whatever.
You might lose to USC.
Do they play USC?
No, do they? I tell you. So look, they play Texas. They open up against Texas, right?
Right.
And Columbus. Then they play the almighty Grambling. They play Grambling. Then they play Ohio.
No disrespect.
The biggest rivalry in all of college football.
The best team in the state.
Then they at Washington. You never know.
That's a sneaky game.
That's going to be a night game. They're going to make sure.
That's a sneaky game.
That's a loss.
Then they got Minnesota at home.
Loss.
At Illinois.
Loss.
At Wisconsin. Penn State at home.
Loss.
That's a win. Well, that's a win. That's a win.
They don't. Why won't they switch USC and Penn? Then it become the joke.
They play USC this year. Dallas fan.
Yeah, I'm just saying they won't. Y'all got more teams now that they can take Penn State off the schedule sometime.
Damn. Now Penn State is there. Penn State and Michigan are the ones they play every year. They're gonna play them every year. Black Cat, we're gonna drop you, man. We appreciate you coming up. We got other people.
All right, peace.
Yes, sir.
We cooking. We going.
Harrington, you are back, sir. I know.
Y'all feeling me. Had me in the back that long. Had to listen to all this blasphemy from both Ohio State and Notre Dame fans. That was miserable. Couldn't even respond. That was hard. So, but y'all know I'm a big Ohio State fan. I talk a little bit more in reason than Garrison, though.
Thank you.
But so my question that I've been wanting to, I took some notes from listening to y'all, but my question, especially from Notre Dame fans, but even from Michigan and Ohio State fans. Sorry, you guys hear an echo?
Yeah.
Somebody got their YouTube still open. Probably.
Somebody's a
You got to close it.
Who is that?
You got to close the
Who is it?
YouTube tab. Keep the stream on.
Oh,
Y'all just
Is
see
that better?
how tired of dealing with OSU fans Dallas fan is right now.
man. Dallas. He don't
Carrington,
care.
you good?
He throw everybody. So
I
he
think
good.
so.
All right.
Can y'all hear me? Y'all good?
I mean, it's still an echo. I don't know where it's coming
On my
from.
end?
Yeah.
I have no clue where this is coming from.
It's probably your YouTube still open.
It was
No, I
Dallas.
closed that.
It's Dallas fan. I just muted his mic.
Okay.
Yeah, we fixed it.
So, all right. So my question is: do you think Notre Dame comes out in man coverage or zone? Also, speaking on this, I know you guys mentioned it. You know, Notre Dame is one of, if not the heaviest man coverage defense in the country. I've always been one to think that the team that is forced to go away from who they are will lose games more than not. So in that, do you think it's smart for them to change it up and go heavy zone, or to stick who they are and play the 50 to 60% man that they shown on tape?
I think you'll see what we ran against you guys the last 2 years. We ran a lot of man. We ran a lot of man the last couple of years with Al Golden as our DC. And the only rare times that we switched it up was against Ohio State. We ran a lot more cover two, a lot more quarters coverage, 2 high safeties against you guys last year and in the 2022 game against CJ Stroud and those guys. So if you want to go back and watch the tape from last year, it's going to be very similar. Not the same. We're going to switch some things up, maybe scheme up some different pressures and stuff like that. But it's going to be, if you want just a base knowledge of what we're going to run, those 2 games would be the best place to look.
Well, in saying that, because I know there's been a lot of talk from years past, which I think is dangerous to go by, just because, big thing is Chip Kelly is the play caller this year, which is a lot different from what Ryan Day, coming from Ryan Day. So, I think that can be dangerous, just depending on going by from last year's team of the year, prior team, because, Jeremiah Smith is a completely different receiver than even Harrison Juniors. So I mean, I don't know. I've because I also think, just to play both ways, I think it would be a mistake for Ohio State to try to be something they're not and run the ball just because the numbers say to run the ball in Notre Dame. They made that mistake against Michigan, trying to run it up the middle every play, it seemed like, and we saw the result. So that's the big thing I'm curious about is will
Dallas fan,
Notre Dame stay
mute your
true?
TV or whatever you're watching.
I know that's bothering me. Will Notre Dame stay true to who they are, or will they change based off what they saw Michigan do and Texas?
We're not gonna completely change. We're still gonna have a few decent amount of snaps where Leonard Moore is 1-on-1. I think the only difference though is that if we do go to that kind of man set, we might have usually we'll have Watts as the one high safety, kind of play that robber spot and just kind of come down on anything over the top. I think in that situation though, you'll see more like a cover 2 man where we'll have Leonard Moore on Jeremiah, and then kind of Watts's job will just kind of be shading over the top and watching, and just in case Jeremiah does get a step on Moore in any of those cases. But we're not going to switch up who we are entirely just because we're playing Ohio State, but you're going to see different things thrown at you. Just like I'm sure Ohio State's got some things cooked up that they haven't really shown all year either for this game. It's going to be, these playbooks from both teams are going to be 100%, 110, 120% wide open. It's going to be everything in the kitchen sink from both sides.
No doubt. Carrington, you got anything else for us?
The last thing is, I know you guys were talking about going towards, what the future looks like. And I actually think it's going to be interesting next year for all of college football. Because if you think about it, I think only 2 of your blue blood, football programs are not replacing a quarterback next year. So, I think that's Texas and Penn State now that Drew Aller's coming back. But everyone, Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, um, Notre Dame, I mean, they're all going to be, everyone at the top is going to be replacing quarterbacks. So I actually think it's going to be, I'll be interested, after this game, how they always come out with the way too early top 25. I'll be interested to see what the analysts feel, the top teams are going to look like, given that almost everyone is replacing a quarterback. But I just wanted to stop in and say, hey, give you my outlook. But it was good talking to y'all.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Trent.
By the
Appreciate
way, Garrison has to run too. Garrison, tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on.
Yeah, first off, guys, fun talking to you guys. Maze, Kinetic, Maniac, thanks for having me on. You guys find me on Scarlet and Blue Show with my co-host Bryce Sack, the Michigan side of the show, Sundays or Wednesdays, and then also on Ohio State Primetime on the Boys College Football, Ohio State, with my guy Ryan Stano. You guys have a good night, and enjoy your couch like the rest of the Michigan Wolverines watching Ohio State playing the national title. See ya.
You see how he tried to do that real quick? You see how he tried to pass? You see how he tried to do
it? But Johnny, he did a drive-by. He did a drive-by.
Yeah, I do also have to head out though, Maze. I've got some other stuff going on, but hey, I appreciate you guys having me on, man. I know we have our back and forth. We've been having our back and forth for the last year, so.
Shout out to your social and your channel.
Yeah, so I know most of y'all don't care about Notre Dame stuff, but if you want to just talk ball, you can find me on X at @Fervell_Ryan. Also on the Week Zero Production YouTube channel with yours truly, the Maze Madman over there on Sundays. Won't have a show this Sunday, but we will be having a live reaction to the Natty simulcast on both channels. So be there for that. I won't be there because I'll be in Atlanta for the national championship game. So I'm flying out.
Let's talk about it.
I spent the money because I'm like, man, it's a once in a lifetime thing. So
enjoy, brother. Listen, man.
Ain't down with it.
I hope you get the double whammy, dead live, and get the you better FaceTime us if y'all.
Hey man, I said they better have good Wi-Fi. I heard they got 5G in those NFL stadiums, so that they better not be lying to me.
Yeah, the big house is bad. Wi-Fi in the big house is atrocious.
No doubt. Appreciate you, my guy.
Yep, appreciate you guys.
Yep. Guess that leaves you, Dallas fan.
Oh, yeah. I had my TV, turned my TV off. Y'all said y'all still heard an echo or heard
something?
It
was a crazy echo going
on. You watching
It's not there now.
No, I turned the TV off.
By the way, Keegan is also in the building. He's been waiting patiently. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. How are y'all doing?
Doing excellent.
Good.
Yeah, so I think this is exactly the type of game that Ohio State has been losing under Ryan Day. So they normally win their big games, but they don't win the big game when the pressure's on. So they lost to Oregon, they lost to Michigan. What was it, 22-23? They lost to Georgia. This is all under Ryan Day. So I think that, and you can kind of wash the Penn State games because James Franklin is going to James Franklin. So I think that's the same problem that Ohio State has. So I think that Notre Dame has a really good chance. So, if I am looking at analysis with just my eyes, it's obvious that Ohio State is going to win. But if I look at it from a big picture, this is the exact type of game that they lose, and they lose it consistently. So that's why I don't write Notre Dame off. I don't gamble anymore, but I would probably bet Notre Dame because of that trend with Ryan Day. So so I would expect to see Riley Leonard, step back into the pocket, take some scrambles right up the gut. That's what he's been doing well. And what so Ohio State does really well with like containing a defense, and I think you could say that Michigan and Ohio State are probably the best defenses to finish the year. But what Ohio State hasn't done well with on defense is like the unpredictable um, play. So, for example, Kalel Mullings, like it was a sure tackle. He breaks out, rips off like a 30-yard run. So Riley Leonard, although he's not a great quarterback, he's exceptional at those types of plays. So I do think that Notre Dame can get like 17 points, and the blueprint is out for beating Ohio State. So I feel like I don't think that Freeman is going to be so cocky, thinking he can handle Jeremiah Smith and Ibuka with man to man. That would be a terrible decision. I have to believe that he's smarter than that, and they'll like scheme accordingly. So that's my thoughts, and um, I'm still. I'll get out of y'all's hair, but I'm still like Ohio State fans and the team. Like it's an 8.5 point spread. Um, this is exactly why they lose these games, because they're so confident. Like they're already like accepting the trophy, but
Yeah.
they have to come out there and win the game. So this is like a weak spot for the Ohio State culture, and with that, like Ryan Day really struggles when the intense pressure's on. And the counter to that is like you can say that the playoff games are intense pressure, but like it's not the same. Like the intense pressure is when you're faced off with Oregon and you don't know who you are yet. And then you're faced off with Michigan right before the playoffs and you lose. Like it's the same scenario. It's like the pressure's off in the playoffs. Yeah, we made it to the playoffs. We got a good team, and then you're blowing people out. Yeah, that's good. And with my eyes, I can see that from an Ohio State's fans' perspective. I can see that they're lined up to win it, but like they're already taking the trophy, and that's the problem. Is that that pride runs so deep with like and then Garrison just said, we're Ohio State, and that's the problem. So, and I don't want to help them with their problems. And either way, if Michigan or if Ohio State wins, we beat them. We have kept beating them. And if Notre Dame wins, Ohio State has lost, and we're happy with that. So I'm good, man. That's where I'm at.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you,
Keegan.
Keegan. That was great insight. I like it. And you're right. I mean, it is it's a certain level of arrogance with that fan base. Mike Garrison is my guy, but he exudes that that arrogance that you speak of when
Makes you
he
sick.
when he says things like we're Ohio State, right? So they just expect to win, which on one hand, right, does come from especially in recent years, the success that they've had, especially in regular season, because they haven't had much postseason success outside of this year, winning the 3 playoff games in 2014, I believe that was winning the national championship, right?
Yeah.
But they do consistently win double digit games for the
They're,
most part. So
they're
I
consistently good, and Garrison acts like
exactly
they're consistently great. That's
exactly
the
that's
problem.
the problem.
And yes, and then but then he contradicts himself. But they don't choke. No, when we choke, no, you have to be no. You choke. And this is why that's always been my biggest argument when it comes to the Ohio State fan base. Yes, when we talking straight ball, they've been in fact, probably the number one program percentage-wise for the last 40 years. But what does that matter if you're not winning natties? Because that's what they say, right? Oh, we only care about natties over here. This is what we do. Bama, in the 10-year span, has won more, of course, than anybody. In fact, Georgia and Clemson, in the 8-year span, won more natties than Ohio State has, the same amount. But in the less time, they don't talk
And
about that.
Maze, I mean, man, hey, and they relate to the party.
Yeah, it just, and that's what I'm saying, Mama.
They relate to the party. Georgia was, yeah. Clemson was
better. They've been recruiting at an elite level longer than what Clemson did in Georgia. And once Georgia and Clemson started recruiting on that type of level, they had more success in a shorter span.
Exactly. That's what I'm
they don't
saying.
really bring that up. They act like you
At
can't
all.
bring that up. And that's what I'm telling them. Like, yo, bro, as an Ohio State fan, I'll be pissed, bro. Like, yo, how we get all this talent and don't win? It's the truth. I'm not just talking. Am I wrong? Let me know, gentlemen.
Nah, y'all fat. Y'all straight fat. I'm just saying the same thing.
Well, you have
Michigan got.
Well,
Go ahead, Johnny.
You half wrong, Maniac.
Okay.
If the problem is no one takes the time to cross-check the recruiting and what's on the field. Meaning that, okay, you check off the 5 stars not as you know, on paper, but put them on the field. Do they play like the 5 stars? What 5 stars are they playing this Monday? Who's playing like a 5-star? So how many do they really have on the field?
It's true. Well, I'll tell you this.
Hold on before you go, Maniac. I think Keegan, you gotta go.
Keegan?
Who?
I'm good. I mean, I'll sit here and let people
Okay, all right.
debunk or argue with what I said, but yeah, I'm good.
No, you're good. No, Dallas fan, I understand what you're saying. You're right. Not every 5-star pans out. You're 100% correct. If you could be, because look at JT and Sawyer. They were highly recruited 5 stars coming out of high school, and JT Sawyer, I mean, he's starting to cook now. I mean, it is what it is
right now.
He's balling. It's the truth.
You know, the playoffs they have dominated.
Yeah, they've been doing, but their whole career they did not live because normally those Ohio State elite 5 stars don't play 4 years. They play 3 years.
There you go.
Jeremiah Smith, we know he's a 3-year player. In fact, you know, they say he would have been the number 1 pick in this draft, which, I mean, he's nice, but let's cut it out. You know, Texas brought him back to reality. And I hope Notre Dame does the same. You know, he's a great talent. I'll take nothing from Jeremiah Smith.
Right.
Hopefully they could be humble. They need to listen. If there's a fan base that doesn't deserve shit, it's the Ohio State fan base. They don't deserve shit. They don't.
Now that's funny. Man,
by the way, we got this is a Buckeye fan right here. 9 title Buckeye. What's good, man?
Yeah, this is about to be 9. This is about to be 9. I love watching you guys. You guys are entertaining me. You guys are funny. I hear you guys over here. You guys are talking about, well, we don't do this, we don't do that. We don't win big games. We won 5. Oh, we can't beat. Oh no, we don't do this. Jeremiah Smith, he's easily shut down. Man, just chill, relax.
Do you need to watch a replay of the game?
I just relax. Everything's gonna be all right. We about to win 9.
What are you talking about?
See, there they go. They're already expecting the trophy.
This is the arrogance Keegan was talking about.
Just on here. Relax, chill. We got it. Then want to ride around today, Tuesday morning.
They haven't won anything. What have you won? What have you won lately? You won a playoff game, okay? You gonna hang the banner for that? Y'all gonna hang banners for that?
We went
if you want to be proud of a 2-loss natty that lost to your rival's worst team of all time, go for it. We're not stopping.
It was your last Big Ten championship, champ.
We don't count those. Y'all count those.
Oh, now y'all don't count.
Oh, now there it is.
It's
Well, we ain't got it.
Those are too easy. We're not worried about
came
those.
back.
We ain't worried about them joints now.
This year,
So you couldn't do
the
it.
We ain't worried
came back
about
this
those.
year
We
said
want
they
Don't
came
worry
back.
about them
all
now.
Said
natties,
they came
okay,
back
guys?
for
Okay,
the
when was
Big
your
Ten
last natty?
championship for
They
gold
want to be
pants.
independent
Hey, it was
now. They
14.
want to be like
It
Notre
was
Dame.
14. It was 14.
Hold up,
We,
hold up,
we don't
hold
care
up,
about
bro.
the conference championship.
Hold
It's
on,
so
hold on,
easy. You haven't been able to do it this decade.
hold on. They said the
Listen,
seniors that came back
I'm enjoying
said
this.
they
This is
came
fun
back
to me.
for gold pants, which they failed to get. They came back for the Big Ten championship, which they
Yeah,
failed to qualify for,
we failed some of
and
those.
a
That's
national
okay.
championship.
Yeah.
That's
All
okay.
But
right.
when we win, just respect it and don't just relax.
We'll
Everything's
respect
all
it
right.
when
Y'all
you
got
respect the
one.
wins that we've got
We
the last
won
4
one.
years without excuses.
How many
I
games
You haven't
Michigan
won. It's
lost
an
listen,
last
8.5
season?
point
listen.
spread. You
How
haven't
many
won
And
games
we
yet.
want you
Michigan
back.
lost?
We want you back after that game.
Oh no, that ain't gonna
Hey,
happen. You coming back
hey, you guys, listen.
with the L.
You guys can't say that I don't respect stuff that y'all don't know. I wasn't on here when they were getting their ass whipped 3 times. I wasn't on here. So you can't say I didn't respect them. You can't say I didn't. I respected the one that y'all won when y'all dominated and ran the ball all over us. That was one. Then the second one, I gave y'all that too. Y'all deserve those two. The cheating, all of that, but we ain't worried about that. My point is, this game, the last game that you guys won, 16, what was it, 16, 13?
13-10.
13-10.
13-10. My point is, that was the weirdest game I've ever seen in my entire life. Not because of not because of the outcome, not because of the outcome. It was just a strange
That's
game
normal.
to where
Because you couldn't get off. That's what it is.
no, it has nothing to do with the outcome. You're not listening. My point is I've never seen a defense play as good as it did and not get rewarded at the end with the win for their efforts.
Because
That
you
was
played a
Ohio
team.
State, Notre Dame.
I mean, we missed
defense.
2 field goals. We
They got
gave
the
them the
win.
ball on the 6th. I mean, it is what it is. That's
Okay,
how
this
you
is exactly
lose.
what I was talking
Ohio
about
State,
earlier with
Notre Dame,
Garrison.
2023.
It's always what you did,
That's
and
how we
not that
lose
your opponent
rivalry
was better.
games.
No, but you champ. This is the problem here. You're using excuses. We missed field
Nah,
goals.
that's what happened. That's not an
how many
excuse.
games? You know how
It
many
is an excuse. Every time y'all lose a game, it's what y'all didn't do right. It's never what your opponent did.
lost? Michigan
That's
put you in the
not
phone
true.
booth. It was a fist
That's
fight.
what you literally just said.
It was a fist
No,
fight.
I'm telling you reasons why they lost. Now,
Okay.
also, I've heard you guys say a lot of stuff. And you guys, what you guys do is you criticize us for making the same y'all suggest
No. Every time we've lost a game, this year, any year, but this year since I've been on this show, I came on here and immediately said, these are the things that happened, but the other team was the better team today. We lost. Regardless of these things, the other team was better. They won the game. We lost. Y'all can never do that. We beat y'all, and it's never Michigan was the better team today. It was
that's not
we didn't do
true.
this right. Our defense played better. We beat ourselves. It was too cold. Somebody had the flu. Somebody had signs. The kicker was bribed. It was always it's always
that's
some
what I'm saying.
excuse
That's what I'm
for
saying.
why you
I don't do that.
why the other team didn't beat you.
What
When
is
y'all
he
lost to
saying though?
Oregon,
Like
when y'all
what
lost to
is he
Oregon, it
saying
wasn't
though?
Oregon was a better
What
team.
am I saying?
It was
I'm
Dan
saying
Manning's
that you
team.
guys I'm saying that you guys are entertaining me, watching you guys make excuses about how we're not somehow I get the feeling that you guys feel like this is a tainted title or something.
It absolutely
That's
is.
because we lost the rivalry game.
You can't consider yourself a champion if you lost to the defending champion.
It's not a tainted title.
What does Ric Flair say? To be the man, you
How
got to
could
beat
it
the
be?
man. Well, we're the man, and you didn't beat us.
Yeah.
We lost to you. Yes,
The
but we
defending
beat
champion.
everybody else.
You cannot call yourself
did
a
not.
champion.
That's fine with
if
me.
No,
can't
you
beat the
didn't. You
champion.
got 2 losses. What are you
They
talking about?
beat Oregon though. They beat Oregon.
What do you mean? We beat Oregon.
And the
We
But you
avenged
didn't
that loss.
defeat the current champion.
So they get another shot.
The new champion.
It's 1-1.
You can't beat the defending champion.
It doesn't. Hey, it's
1-1.
It's cool. You guys just need to relax and let us enjoy our ring like y'all enjoyed y'all's.
Did y'all
I didn't bother you
let
guys.
us enjoy our wins the last 4 years for 1 second? No, you didn't.
Hold on. Here's the thing, man.
Yes,
anytime
y'all only got
any of y'all saw us get on any platform and celebrate our wins, y'all immediately jumped on there screaming about
what
cheating.
is going on with Dallas?
I gave y'all space to enjoy it, man. I gave y'all space to enjoy it.
Here's the thing. 8 title. I'm gonna call you 8 title because you don't have a 9th yet. When y'all lose this game Monday, you meet us right back. In fact, if y'all win the game, meet us right back here because we got to stand on our business too.
We always do.
I respect it. Listen, man, this is going to be fun because we get to beat up on Notre Dame, who thinks they're like you guys, but you're not. So it's funny because it's just fun. It's fun, man. This is all good fun.
Let me ask you. It's funny now. It's fun. But when you lost to Michigan, it was let's fire Ryan Day. He always
no. I never said that. I never said that at all.
Now, Ohio State they puff.
Nah.
Y'all fans.
I wish you could.
Tell you this. If y'all win the Natty, I'm gonna give y'all credit. I can't say I can't, but at the end of the day, I don't know if you was here earlier. We did. Who beat Michigan last season?
Nobody. That's good.
There you go.
That's cool.
There you go. 15-0.
Cool. That's a good season.
Great. That ain't cool. That's what real teams.
That's a good season.
You're gonna
a good season.
The last time a team they won a Natty in college football with 2 losses was back in 07. That was LSU.
That's cool. Was it Bama?
LSU when they jail raped
y'all.
Okay. Y'all known to get cooked in the Natty.
Oh yeah, we didn't even. We wasn't even supposed to be there that year.
Thank you.
We wasn't even supposed to be there.
Y'all was there though. But y'all was there though.
Everybody that was ahead of us lost.
All right, I gotta mute everybody.
That was ahead of us lost that week.
1 second. I need a second. I gotta give a shout out to Towns Health Services. Once again, thank you for the $100 super chat. We appreciate you, good sir, or ma'am, or they. We appreciate you.
That's it.
Thank you.
Our community members.
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to Towns Healthcare. By the way, I have volunteered to if you need it, we will market your business or whatever it is. If
I got my own business, I got
sure.
you. I'll send you my website.
Hey, we not marketing your pharmaceutical business.
I got my own. I got
I'm messing with you.
I got my LLCs. I got a cleaning business. Man, I just
we'll definitely market it.
We'll
definitely do that for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm messing with you, my guy.
Services, reach out because Town Health donate.
Definitely.
Okay, bro. I appreciate that, Johnny. And everybody in here, I got my own cleaning business. I'm about to take off this year. You feel me?
Yes, sir. All right, my bad. 8 titles.
Go ahead. Let me keep speaking that propaganda. Go ahead. You good? 8.
Oh, we lost 8 titles?
Not maybe he's muted.
Oh, he is muted.
That's exactly like
there you go.
The mentality that I was talking about is what he's saying right now, which not like I no beef or whatever, but like they're already like he's got the ring already. They don't have a ring. They got to go out there and play the game, and they fold those huge games. So
incompetent. That's what I'm telling you.
Don't underestimate Marcus Freeman, bruh. Like,
man, he's a Buckeye. We don't underestimate Buckeyes.
Only Buckeye I'm rooting for on Monday.
Yeah, that's cool. So you rooting for Notre Dame then?
We got to. We got to.
I'm rooting for y'all against Washington.
I want to be clear on this. I'm not rooting for either team.
Call Washington
and I'm not rooting for Marcus Freeman because he's on Notre Dame. I am rooting for Marcus Freeman because I think he's a good dude. I think he's a better dude, a better person, and a better coach than Ryan Day.
He's from my hometown,
but outside of
that,
that, I don't really care about the teams.
Hold on, forget what Kinetic talking about. We want y'all to lose because y'all Ohio State. We don't like y'all.
Yes.
That's
bottom line.
That's sad, man.
So
bottom line.
Hold on.
How's that sad?
Hold on.
We together. We're together in
I'm
this.
concerned. Let it end with the tie. I don't care.
We never been
We together. I understand. I
We're
understand
together
your
in
point,
this.
but
We're in this together. We need each other.
This is how I feel about Ohio State.
Dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his head.
Man, so much hate in the world, man.
Listen,
so much hate in the world.
Hey, Title. I
Mays, I
understand
think he
your
needs a
moral.
reminder of how
I
soft they
understand the
are.
moral. I understand the moral.
Hold on,
point you
Mama. Hold
pushing.
on.
I get that.
Well, hold on,
Okay.
Mama. Hold on, Mama.
I said you soft, so what? What you gonna do? What? Don't no man call me soft. I hate that, all right? Wait, let me slow you down, cause I'm a man. I called you soft. First of all, now I don't like you swelling all up and all. What's all this swell up shit? What's that about? What you taking in all this air for, Claude? What you feeling, huh? What's on your mind, huh? What, you gonna put your chin up? Huh? That means something to me? Cause I said soft? Cause I said soft, so what? I spelled
That's funny.
it. S-O-F capital T. Soft. Huh? How you like that? What you gonna do, Claude?
Man,
Lou, hold
Hey, Titles.
plant that
I
flag.
understand what you're saying morally. I get what you're saying. But this is a rivalry. And we are not going to root for you.
We can't.
That's fine. It's trauma. It's past trauma. That's why I don't like you guys. It's okay. It's all right. Let's talk about it. This is therapy. I'm here for you guys.
Listen,
okay? I'm here for you guys.
Go ahead, Keegan. Let Keegan speak
bro.
real quick. Let Keegan speak.
Hey, hold on real quick. I know this is football, but I just want to point out Michigan just beat number 1 ranked Michigan State in hockey.
Let's go.
Shout out to that.
Let's go. Let's go. You know, I watch all Michigan sports. You feel me? Let's go.
Whippy dude. Congratulations.
Keegan, hold on. Let Keegan get his
We
rock
beat
out.
Ohio State the other
man.
night too in hockey.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
I know.
So what's my guy's eight natties? What's your name, man?
My name is
What's your first name?
PJ. For PJ.
PJ.
What up,
Okay,
dog?
so if
PJ?
y'all do
It's
win,
it's PJ. Yeah, that's my name.
if y'all do win, that's
Yeah,
respect.
if we
But
win
you
what?
haven't won yet. You haven't won yet, and that's the problem. Is the fan base, the culture, like thinks that they've already
What'd you say?
won.
I lost service. What you
Well, I think the problem is that y'all always think that you've already won, based on your name, like on the back of your jersey or your name brand, and that ain't the way it is. Especially not anymore. Like you can't. There's no elite teams anymore. It's not like that anymore. So you have to go
see?
out there and win the game. You can't just have the talent anymore. That's not the way it is anymore.
All right, so you think that I'm just counting my chickens before they hatch? Just you know what I mean? So I can't. I wouldn't say this if we were playing Texas.
Sure.
Right.
I would.
I know you're just
I'm
having
only
fun with
saying
it,
this
brother.
because
Like,
of the
I'm
team
not
that we're
hating on it.
playing. I'm only saying this because of the team that we're playing.
Right.
What did you have the Texas OSU score before the game?
I knew that I was nervous at that game because I already knew we had won the 2 prior games by a lot. So I know how we can be overconfident and yeah, we're going to beat up on Texas like we did them. But I knew that wasn't going to happen.
That's what I'm talking about. Is
No,
that
but we're playing
overconfidence
Notre
because
Dame.
Yeah, but that
exactly, and
Why
that's
you
the
laugh when
problem.
you said Notre Dame?
let me ask you.
because they're slow. They're slow.
Damn.
They're slow. They're unathletic. They have no quarterback. They have no running back at the point right now.
Come on.
He's
man.
not going to be able to.
Jeremiah Love is real.
No, healthy. Yes, a healthy
Bro,
Jeremiah Love is real.
You gonna let him talk about your team like this, bro?
He's wearing a big knee brace like that.
That's
The first
exactly
time
what
he
the
gets
problem
hit.
is. That's what the difference is in the big game and the big game. Because now that like the kingdom is handed to you, like you don't even have to play the game anymore. And y'all do have to play the game. And that's
No,
what I
we're
think the
gonna play
problem
the
is.
game.
Yo, PJ, look, I'm gonna tell you something. My man Johnny
Definitely not
right
that.
here. My man Johnny had a little beef with some dude named Kangaroo Black, some big Alabama fan. Now
Oh, I know who that is. I've seen him.
we leave that weirdo shit, that conference cheering for the SEC weirdos. I got a video. Follow me on Instagram. Check my video out. I cooked them boys. Listen, in the Big Ten, we don't root for nobody. I don't care who you are. If you ain't this, Papi, we don't like you. We don't like you. You understand?
Man.
It's a respectful rivalry.
Man, sad, man. We supposed to be together, man. Stick together.
No. Because let me ask you this, PJ. Let me ask you this. Y'all win the Natty on Monday. What does Michigan gain from that? Let me hear it.
Realistically, I'm trying to think.
There you go. If you gotta think, it's not a good thing.
The answer is trash talk from the rest of your fan base.
Oh, and y'all
Nah, because we really can't talk trash to you guys because y'all beat us. So it's not much.
See,
so,
there you go. Now you talking.
I mean, I'm being real. If I'm being real, I can't really talk too much trash. I can say we won a Natty. That's why my name is 9 Title Buck.
Yeah,
but
bro, early for that name now.
That's my new name too, by the way. Don't nobody try to steal it.
Nah,
I know you guys.
Funny y'all lose and you got to change your name. It's gonna be priceless.
That would be lit. If I have to face
you gotta change it to wishing for 9 titles, Buck.
You need
Man,
it.
that would
Tattoo them
hurt.
up. Get that tattooed them up.
No, we ain't doing that now.
That's what I want.
Go get it tatted.
Go get the
Don't
tattoo.
do that. Don't do that.
No, but let me ask you. I guarantee you was this confident going into the Michigan game, and if you say no, you capping.
Oh yeah, that's why it hurt. Yeah.
Yo, listen.
See, I'm honest. I'm honest about
Notre Dame. I'm gonna tell you. Yes, on paper, me personally, I think OSU is gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a close ass game. But if Notre Dame wins, it will not surprise me one bit. Not at all, because they do have a recipe that we've seen Ohio State lose to. Phone booths. Even though y'all want some phone booths, eventually
only to you guys.
No.
Only to you guys.
This year. Then
we don't lose phone booth fights to anybody but you. Name another team we got in a phone booth fight with and lost. Please help me.
Yeah, it's been a while. You're right. But it's the best way to beat y'all. It's a
man, like, bro, we like
y'all don't like
until
them now.
yes, we do.
No, y'all don't. Now come
look
on.
at the history, bro. That's what. Yeah. What's up? Name another phone booth fight that we lost. I challenge any one of y'all.
You're thinking of
that wasn't no phone booth fight. We didn't want to be there. That's not no phone booth. We didn't care about no Missouri.
EJ, your whole defense played that game. Your whole offense.
Yeah, no, that wasn't it. That not that.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
You
That
say you
wasn't it.
like him because y'all get into him with James Franklin all the time, and he.
Man, we done been in. We done. Yeah, we be beat. I was hoping for that. I was praying
They
for that.
stuffed James Franklin in the locker perennially.
Yeah, so of course you.
And
that's
that's
disgusting.
when I seen that game. That's when I knew we won the Natty. If we would have beat Texas.
Hey, here's the thing. All right, listen. This show has ran so much longer than I expected it to. And we haven't even gotten to what the other point we came here for, which is this, and we're gonna pose it and let's get everybody's opinion. Michigan 2024 season, 2024 season, this season, or Ohio State's 2024 season, here's the caveat. If Ohio State doesn't win the Natty, whose season would you rather have?
Come on, man.
Michigan, baby. I'll go quick.
Are you serious?
It's a real question.
No, he said if y'all don't win the Natty, if y'all don't
Yeah,
win,
I still.
That means then hold on. That means we had better season than y'all. All you did was win playoff games. That's it.
We won every rivalry game.
You took a
The
visit.
playoff games don't mean nothing if you don't win the ring.
And you failed the admission test. That's what it is.
I
You went
guess,
to
man.
college, you ate in the cafeteria, you went to the dorms, but you
I
failed
don't
the
see
admission
stuff
test.
like that, man.
Get up out of here.
I don't see things like that. I don't see.
I do.
I don't see.
Okay, so tell
Y'all
us why
was
you think y'all had a better
7-5.
season.
We went 8.
No, we 8-5. 8-5. Get it right.
I would rather bring home every trophy
Rivalry trophy, right?
in the year with one of our worst teams, and where the next year is looking up, than be a team that lost 2 games, lost to our biggest rival with our best team of all time, and then came up short in the playoffs.
Yeah, I disagree with you.
Explain to us why you disagree.
Because at the end of the day, like, the percentage of wins does matter to me. Like, bro, going 8-5, Ryan Day would be fired. Ryan Day would be fired if he went 8-5. Like, bro, I don't care if he beat Michigan. If he beat Michigan and went 8-5, he would get fired
in year 1.
No,
If Ryan Day had went year 1,
if
with
he
the
would have
roster
did
that
that right
Sharon
after
Moore had
Urban
this
Meyer,
year-
man, he might have got
Hold
fired.
on. If Ryan Day had the roster Sharon Moore had this year in his first year, he would have went 5-7.
Well, it may be, but that's Sharon Moore's fault for having that roster.
No, it's Jim
not.
Harbaugh's
No, it's
fault.
not.
How?
Manual.
He knew all of those quarterbacks when Jim Harbaugh left. He knew
but he
who he
wasn't
had and
officially
who he didn't have.
hired until late in the process.
Yeah, there was no
Because
You
Jim
know,
Harbaugh
Cam
played
Ward
around
and all of that.
until late in the process.
All already committed. There was no QB
That
for
was
him
a
to go
mistake.
to.
That was a mistake. I mean, y'all had a great defense, though. Your defense is good.
No doubt. All right.
It was a waste.
Johnny?
A wasted defense.
Yo, Johnny, what season would you rather have?
If they don't win the championship?
If they don't win the championship.
Oh, I'd take ours.
Yeah.
And you're gonna realize this if y'all lose, you're gonna realize y'all did a whole lot of nothing. All them playoff wins, they mean nothing if you lose the championship. I remember losing to TCU. It was horrible.
Horrible.
It was horrible. I remember losing to Georgia. Horrible.
So-
that wasn't even a championship game. You get that far and you lose, it hurts real bad.
So you guys are in the camp that you would rather have a losing season than a winning season.
No,
I would rather have a season where I beat all of my rivals and our prospects are looking up the next season than to lose to our biggest rivals with our best team and then also losing the Natty. We didn't come away with the conference championship. We didn't come away with our biggest rivals' trophy. We didn't come away with the Natty, and we're losing a lot of players and not necessarily looking at a great year the next year. Yeah, I'd rather take Michigan.
No doubt. Same question to you, Dallas fan. Which, by the way, I don't know what's going on with your audio. It's.
I don't have no TV on that.
You got us on? Is this on speaker?
I'm on the phone. It's like crickets in this basement. I'm in the basement by myself.
Now it sounds better.
Oh, well, I'm in the basement by myself.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna need you to tell them crickets keep it down.
What season would you rather have? Well, actually, because you're such a Michigan hater, I don't even know if I should be asking you this question. Michigan's season this year or Ohio State season if they lose the Natty?
Well, if they lose the Natty, they didn't accomplish nothing. Don't they write it on their own wall what they're supposed to accomplish?
Right.
There will be nothing up there.
As I pointed out, these seniors,
This
they
is
came
their own
back.
wall. Their own wall. I've
came
seen
back.
enough Ohio State locker room stuff that the goals are on the wall.
Fact. And these guys said they came back for gold pants.
No gold pants.
No gold pants. by the way, they said they were getting gold pants, Johnny. Guess what?
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
He
That's
looked
funny.
like she
That's
looked like
hilarious.
she looked like JT Sawyer.
They said that they come back to Michigan. Guess
The
what?
lie detector determined that was a lie.
Oh, and then if they don't win this
Oh
national
man.
championship, brother.
I don't get
So you would rather not go to the championship game if you? That just doesn't make sense.
No, you'd rather be a
That's
fan
not
if you
what
ain't
we're
gonna
saying.
win.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Like a Disney World trip.
Oh, this is a LeBron. This is a LeBron type talking.
Yo, wait a minute. Is LeBron better than Kobe? 8 titles. I mean, better than Mike.
He's not better than Mike.
Here
All
we
right.
go.
All right.
But he's more accomplished.
Here
He's
we
accomplished
go.
more things.
But he is more accomplished. All right. Keegan, actually, we'll get Keegan. Would you rather be Michigan this year or Ohio State if they don't win the Natty?
I like where Michigan's at because they have a blueprint for success. They're focusing on recruiting. Ohio State, yes, if they win, like they got the Natty, so that's awesome for them. But like they haven't won it yet. First, if they do win it, and or even if they lose, they're stuck with Ryan Day, which they don't want. Why is that funny?
No, because being stuck with Ryan Day is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was our guy PJ. My bad.
Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Trust me, I'm laughing.
So,
hey PJ, let me ask.
They are stuck. I think at this point, unless they get blown out in the Natty, they're stuck with Ryan Day. So, which is what they didn't want, but now it's like cool. So I would rather be Michigan because they have program momentum. They have recruiting going really well. I don't think that the transfer portal mentality or strategy is going to be effective in the future, which this is all static. So it worked for Ohio State this year, and that's great for them. But if they lose, the narrative is going to be that the transfer portal mentality is not effective.
Why do y'all keep saying that?
What?
The transfer portal mentality. We picked up one player.
One player?
Will Howard, McLaughlin,
Two.
Caleb
Downs,
Judkins.
Right. Who's your best player on defense and who's your best player on offense?
I mean,
well, answer.
You guys didn't pick up 4 transfer players?
No, but
this year
said that you only picked up one.
Not 8
No,
titles.
I
Don't
mean,
try to turn
I'm
this
just
around.
saying, like,
answer the question. Your
no.
best defensive player.
This ain't an interrogation, daggone it. Listen, what I'm trying to say is,
well, we're just trying to get at points.
what I'm saying is, don't make it seem like our whole team is full of transfers. We're not Colorado. We didn't go to the transfer portal for everybody that we got. Most of the team came back and we added a few pieces. Let's be real.
Your OC came out the transfer portal.
more than any other team out here.
Didn't Chip Kelly come out the transfer portal?
He absolutely did.
So where did this $21.5 million come from?
Chip came out with
most
UCLA.
of that was spent on.
Don't forget about the quarterback now.
You in the portal. Hold on.
Told you y'all portal team.
Marmar, would you rather
Even
have
the fans
Michigan
getting the
season this
portal.
year or
Hey,
the other state?
It's Michigan.
No doubt.
You can't lose to your rivalry, and then because that's how I'm looking at it. If they do win the national championship, they still got to come out Ann Arbor in November of this year.
Mm.
They still have to
Can't
come
wait.
to. They still got to see us.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, we do.
No doubt. Steven, legendary Steve.
I came just to answer this question. What up, Johnny? What up, baby? So this is how I'm looking at it. So if we flip this, if we answer the question like, because this is how I'm focusing on it, that would pretty much mean that Michigan would have finished the season 10-2 and had this exact same situation. They would have won all these playoff games, but they would have lost to Ohio State and somebody else. So that's basically what this question means. I'm rather taking Michigan season. You know why? Because if the roles were reversed, say Michigan wins the championship, Ohio fans would be like, well, y'all won, but y'all didn't beat us. That's what they would say. They would say that for 365 days. So nope, I'm taking the 8-5. I'm taking that trophy and something to build on. Because they can win the national championship, but at the end of the day, you still didn't beat Michigan. And the quarterback threw for 62 yards. And the running back ran all over you. Y'all do apparently because Jack Sawyer's still complaining.
No.
So y'all care.
See, that's what I've been trying to get. This is what I've been trying to say. I've been trying to say this for a long time. Everything is different now. This is not the old days where when if you lose to them, you can just the whole season is dead. It's not like that. It's more NFL style. If the Baltimore Ravens beat the Browns, lost to the Browns, didn't they? Is their season over? No.
We're not talking
They're
about
still
them.
in the playoffs. They got a chance to go and win.
We're not talking about
no,
them. We're talking about because
what I'm saying is what happens
23 minutes ago, you said when they talked about 2001 through 2004, you brought up cheating. So that wasn't the old days, that was last year. So it wasn't 2 years ago. No.
Listen,
so the good old days
was
20 years ago? No, because you're gonna say something stupid. I'm stopping you before you say something stupid.
Well, listen, it's 12-team playoffs now. So it's different. What happens when we play you guys back to back in back-to-back weeks? It's gonna happen.
They're gonna lose back-to-back weeks. That's what's gonna happen.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying the days of one game and it's for all the marbles is over.
That doesn't make any sense because that's not my narrative. So let's try it again. We're gonna reel it back in. You got off the exit. Let's get back on the E-word, right? You said the old days were. You said it's a 12-team playoff. This is the first year. Last year it counted. It counted last year, and every year, ever since 2000, it counted. But now since it's a 12-team playoff, it doesn't count. And if y'all win the championship,
it doesn't count as much, bro. It just doesn't. It's common sense.
But y'all love changing the narrative every time we got you on the corner. Every time we got you on the corner, y'all change the narrative. What
happens when we play you guys twice or three times?
They're going to lose.
Is it still the same?
Listen, yes, it's still the same.
What if you lose one and then win two?
Why are you bringing in this hypothetical? That's just hot air. You just
no,
that's
it's
like
not
the SEC
because it's
people.
possible.
It's possible. That's what a hypothetical is.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Look, gentlemen. Look, we gotta reel it in. 8 titles. We expect to see you back here.
Until you schedule
get it right.
Michigan 3 times a season.
8 titles.
Okay.
Bro.
Don't let them shirts go to Botswana. Don't let them shirts go to Uganda on Monday. I'm telling you that. You Garrison ain't gonna be no holiday Monday.
This dude down here in the corner it might be the most funniest.
Losers.
Yeah, whatever.
It ain't most funny. It's funny.
It's gonna be kids in Cambodia with your championship shirts.
Can the team come home with this L?
Yeah, they need to. Ohio State fans need to be humble.
That's why we're going to win.
An apology better be
No. Can the team come home with this L?
No, because we're not. There's no choice. That's why we're going to win. We don't have a choice.
Y'all got me up here for 3 hours. 8 titles.
Hey, Mays, let Steve cook real quick.
No, I'm good. What else? If they, I'm gonna say this, PJ, whatever your name is. If Ohio loses, you can
now he discredited my name. Call me 9 titles.
No.
Okay, PJ. So PJ, if y'all lose, matter of fact, go on this show, Johnny. Everybody who got a Michigan title, Johnny go really get you. But go on every show, make your rounds. Don't run now. That's all I'm saying. If you lose, don't run.
I'm gonna be back here with my national championship hoodie. I can't wait, man.
Yeah, show your
2014.
9 title bucks.
No doubt, man. Look, we appreciate everybody who came through. My guy, Kinetic, had to leave. But be sure to follow him everywhere at Kinetic 615.
When you
No. I know what Kinetic at. See, went to the other job. You keep the D high going to the other job.
Yo, nah, he actually got to deal with
Whoa. What? Hold up. Hey, I'm out of here, man. I don't know what you talking about. Hey, all right, man. I'm out, man.
Yo, all right. Shout out to 8 title Bucks, man. We appreciate you. You
Man,
better
stop
be here when
calling
y'all
me
lose.
8.
You 8, man.
Y'all got
That's
8 titles, bro.
7.5.
Matter of fact,
You gotta get the 9.
I'm gonna call you 0-4. How about them apples?
Yo, there we go. 0-4.
Okay.
Shout out to you, man.
And you see, go ahead.
Of course, my guy Marmar,
Man, I
a
appreciate y'all,
legend in
man.
these Michigan
Yeah,
spaces.
man, I appreciate it, man. Go Blue.
I
And
appreciate
it's
you,
gonna be
brother.
epic on Monday night, man. It's Martin Luther King Day. These people at work gonna respect me that day.
Yo, it's tax season. It's tax season. Marmar about to buy season tickets with his tax money.
Hey, hold on. Before we go, a dude at work said this. He said he told the crew this. He said, man, a dude shot and killed my homie. I caught him by myself and I tied him up in my basement for 30 days. He said a whole month. So we went around the warehouse, said a month though? A month? He had this man tied up for a month. Dude didn't die in 2 weeks. Yeah, man. People are wrecked, bro. Just like the Ohio State fans. It's just the logic that they use.
I hope you aren't indicting somebody.
He's done,
bro. Nah, he lying. No, basically what I'm saying, he lying. He's lying.
Got you. Okay, all
Ain't no way, bro.
I hope
no
so.
way, bro.
Hope not, because he.
Yeah.
Hey, no, he capped though. He said he got recruited by Duke in 2011, and I asked him. I said, "Wasn't John Shire on that team and the Plumlee brothers?" He said, "Nah, man, I didn't see them. They were doing something on the other side with the freshmen." But wouldn't you meet when you're on a recruiting and they recruiting you? Don't you meet the team? So yeah, he a fabricator. So yeah, that's why I said that. It was funny, like
No
these
doubt,
Ohio State
man.
fans.
Yeah.
Marmar, we appreciate you, bro. Always.
Marmar,
all right, man. Hey, Monday we doing hey man, we shouldn't watch it, bro, because every time we watch it, like last night, we did a watch party with the basketball. We
We're
took
not
an
doing a
L.
watch party. No watch party.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no watch party because every time we do a watch party, bro,
the other
it don't
team
go
win?
our way, bro. Yeah, it don't go our way ever, bro.
Nah. The watch party we won.
We ain't talking about you.
We might do a reaction or something.
We're talking about
a reaction.
We're talking about the Buckeyes,
pull
man.
it now.
Post game,
we
West
talking about
Squad.
we talking about
Post game for
the
sure.
Buckeyes, bro. But every time we do it, even when we was watching the Illinois Michigan game, bro, we had to quit the live, bro.
Quit it.
So every
Shut it
time,
down.
bro. Yep. So yeah,
No
man,
doubt.
you did it last week with the Texas game, bro. When Jack Sawyer took it back, and you was like, man,
Shut it down.
All right, man, we go. Yeah, we shut it down. So we can't do that anymore. All right, go Blue. I appreciate y'all, man. God bless.
Yes, sir. Dallas fan, yo, this probably as tame as you have been on these here lives, bro.
He feeling it. He know now this is for all the marbles. All the marbles. He
calm too.
Didn't I tell you after the Texas game we was gonna beat them?
You did. You did say
that. I'm chilling. Okay. I just watched Ohio State, they keep saying we ain't played nobody, but Ohio State is the 25th passing ranked team in college football. We beat 2 of them better, Indiana and USC.
Okay, listen.
No touchdowns. They didn't score any touchdowns with the passing game to the receivers. They keep talking about receivers scoring on Notre Dame. They haven't done it.
Yeah, and not for nothing, y'all held Penn State without a reception wide receiver. I don't care what team. That's impressive. That's impressive. That's impressive. And
I'm not. There's nothing for us to change what our defense is, but they keep running outside with this. Y'all play man, like we can't play. That's our defense. We don't play 100% man. It's man 54%, and it's like 40, whatever the rest is all right, like packages.
Yeah.
So we can run what we run. Jeremiah Smith cannot dictate some freshman wide receiver is not going to dictate us playing our defense.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I think that's a mistake. Not to say this.
Because
No, I'm not saying. No.
For who? Nebraska held him.
No, listen. I think it's a mistake to say because he's a freshman he can't dictate. Listen, I watched rookie Randy Moss forced. Tampa created Tampa 2 for Randy Moss, like specifically for a rookie wide receiver. So I think it's a mistake to say a freshman can't force you to do something different. That said, I'm not saying that y'all got to do nothing different, but I don't think it's necessarily intelligent to say because he's young he can't make y'all change something.
Mm-hmm. Because if we change, we don't take the ball away from Howard. That's what everybody keeps looking at it for one side. Well, if you change what you're doing, we don't put the pressure on Howard to turn the ball over.
Yeah, and I
so
think
you think y'all gonna be going one high a lot.
One high,
right? That's what
y'all
do.
Be a mix. We probably
gotta be a mix.
Al Golden is the one that puts quarterbacks in the spin cycle. If you check his record, I want you to check any quarterback who's had a big game on Al Golden, and nobody's done that. They just keep blasting about the talent, and that's what the show is about. They don't check their records.
Yeah, no, and Johnny made a good point. I was watching his live, and he mentioned this gives him the 0-2 Miami, Ohio State vibes, right? Where there's no way Ohio State could win this game. High power offense, first round picks all over that field. And, Ohio State slow, Midwest team, physical, but they just don't have the guns. And this could be it, man. This is your moment. Look, I know y'all have a lot coming back next year, right? So Notre Dame's future is bright, but you never, we got lucky with Michigan. Luckily, the next season after that TCU game, I was just heartbroken. I'm like, yo, we ain't gonna fucking win nothing, bro. But then 2023 came and we did what we did. So, I mean, listen, if y'all don't win, y'all don't win. But if y'all, win this, bro, it's gonna definitely catapult you guys, man. To back to where y'all need to be. And I think y'all do, man. Right? Michigan was due, blue blood, Notre Dame, I think since 88, if I'm not mistaken. Who y'all beat, West Virginia or Colorado?
West Virginia.
Beat West Virginia in the Natty. So, listen, man, hopefully y'all get it done. It's not going to be easy. Ohio State, like I said, I get on Garrison and these OSU fans because they just not realists. It's just, we're just good. We're just good. No, that didn't happen. That's what pisses me off. But Ohio State is a very good team. Again, they a finesse team. They want to score fast. You saw what Texas did to them. They just couldn't capitalize offensively.
Right.
Texas.
When we get in the red zone, I don't know nobody that can stop Charles Jackensaw from knocking somebody off and stopping Riley Leonard.
You're not.
You're not stopping that 4 times.
You're not. I mean, not you, Dallas, Garrison. And listen, Johnny, when you having the live, you got to throw one before the Natty. Sunday, Saturday. I'm off Monday. I got a 3-day weekend. I'm ready to cook. Get Garrison has there. Get little Ron too. Get his ass in there too.
I'll probably try to do one Sunday. Probably.
Yeah. And so we can
no
cook.
doubt.
This one we definitely went 3 hours here. Thanks everybody for coming through. Garrison,
yes,
always love my brother, regardless of the
Tell
fact.
the people where they can find you, Dallas. Where you
got me at Dallas Fan in DC 1 on X, and just about all over YouTube. Same thing on Instagram. You can find me Dallas Fan, Facebook, Instagram, everything.
Yes,
even
sir.
What's the new joint? What's the joint that they coming up now?
The butterfly joint?
No, the joint that what you call it just bought. Facebook own. It's their Twitter. What's their Twitter?
Oh, Threads.
Threads, yeah.
On
On
Threads.
Threads.
That's Instagram's Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Threads.
No
Instagram,
doubt, man. Appreciate you coming through, man. As always.
Dallas.
Hey,
Dallas, you don't follow Johnny?
I gotta get his info.
Yeah.
Hey.
So when we go
Hey
live,
Phil, text me his info.
Will do. All right. Johnny Odin Jr., aka Cap. That's Captain America right here. With the Avengers. Tell the people where they can find you, my guy. What you got going on?
I'm probably gonna do like Maniac was saying. I'll probably do a call-in show either tomorrow or Sunday. I'll probably do one Sunday for sure. I might do one tomorrow. I ain't got much going on, so I might do it. But do call-in shows. You know, you can catch me all over Buckeye podcast, jumping on, cooking.
Every time I hop in, when I feel like I see you in there.
It's
crazy.
Yo, Johnny, I know they got a price on your head, them Buckeye fans.
They do. They waiting. They can't wait to
It's
win
like,
it.
there's like 20 hits out on you.
Fact. By the way,
hold on real quick. And don't forget, y'all think Garrison ain't a Michigan fan? He is. You know, the people that work for Voice of College Football, some of them, they be fans of different teams and they just work for that team. It's just a job. Yeah. Garrison is from Michigan. That dude loves Michigan. I'm trying to tell y'all, he really does.
Shout out to Garrison. No doubt. And by the way, make sure you check out Johnny's Car Lives. Don't tell Johnny
what to do.
What to do.
Like
I want to ask you, Johnny, why you be having in that back seat, bro? He got something in there.
What you be having in that back seat?
Work boxes and stuff.
Got something back there. Somebody, you know what's funny? I never paid attention, and somebody was like, Johnny, what's in that box? And I'm like, what box? And I looked, I said, oh man, now I can't stop looking at
be back there looking at that live like,
bro. You know that they down there super sleuthing on your live, man, looking for anything and everything.
Yeah. And I know, listen, and shout to the weirdos, man. I know they be saying some wild stuff on Johnny's joint. We had a couple of
Don't worry about the back seat.
Johnny become the principal on there. He be telling everybody, man, shut your ass up.
No doubt, man. Johnny, we appreciate you, my guy.
Yes.
Eminem, Maniac. Tell the people where they can find you. What you got going on?
Listen, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for the super chats. We appreciate it, man. We do this for y'all. We cook for 3 hours. We try to get everybody up. Best believe we're going to do more of these. So just tune in, man. Keep supporting the channel. Make sure to tell your friends, Michigan fans, non-Michigan fans. You see, as much as we hate Ohio State, but look how we treat them on our show. We give them a platform to talk. And not only we do that, we do it respectfully. So again, follow me at GoBlue_Maniac_24 on Instagram.
No doubt, man. And you already know, follow me everywhere at Maze Madman. Be sure to check out all the things. Become a member if you haven't already. And you